If you are new, welcome here. I am Sophia, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. I'm looking a little haggard. Might as well give a witch cackle for my haggard ass hair. Anyways, no, your phases. That's really important. But so there's a lot of energy that's been coming through today, and I just want to, with my incense, put a nice little prayer to universal creators, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, ancient deities, galactic federation of love, light, animals, elementals. We thank thee for your presence, for your guidance, for your clear and concise and precise messages, directions, and clarity, and for your protection. We ask that any monitoring, handling, or grooming spirits, entities, or energies go blind, deaf, dumb, insane, or incinerate upon any type of activation or participation in our field. So mote it be. Anybody that speaks ill will on my name or my collective's name or uses it in vain or in a negative, harmful way, may it come back to us a hundredfold in blessings, love, abundance. And may anyone who sends evil, dark spells or works with black magic, who sends death spells, hate magic, any type of hidden magic, may all of that come to light. May all of it be removed and seen for what it truly is. And may all of that be returned to sender. So mote it be. Um, so you guys, okay. So there's a little bit of a story going on here. And wouldn't you guess, as usual, we have this Jezebel spirit, this Queen of Wands energy. And this is the person that is upset. Okay. And what's really funny in this situation, okay? What's really funny in this situation is she's upset. Okay. Check it out. This Jezebel spirit. I'm just saying she because it's a female in this card. There is no real gender in tarot. Based on, I'm just saying. Can you guys hear me? Let me make sure. Can you hear me now? Let me make sure you can hear me. Um, okay, good. Yeah. They've already tried to block this like a few times. Now then, um, so based on this, right? It's like this Jezebel spirit entered. Okay. Not only did she attach something maybe to a masculine spirit or to another karmic. Okay. These are all karmic entities. Okay. This is somebody, not just why we say Jezebel is because it's like the spirit is using inner passion, inner fire, inner drive, which would actually be creative force, and they're using it in a sexual ritual where they're using sex magic, where they're actually having people engage with other people or multiple people or short sex acts or maybe even like orgies, something like this, group sex. And what they're doing is they're siphoning people's life force energy, their sexual energy. Okay, this is why I went celibate. Like, I guess it's been like almost like 10 months ago or something. Um, because what I realized is they were doing this. They were doing this to my ex, and so sometimes when he would come and be with me, it was like really intense. It was like this really intense attack, and um, I could not deal with it, right? And so I realized that we're in this higher level spiritual warfare, and that, what's going on is basically like the karmics are trying to they're trying to sell or trade their karma off, right? To the light warriors, to the empaths, to the higher vibrational beings, right? Because they need to jump these spaceships in order to get to the next frequencies because they're too low of frequencies. So the only way they can do it is by hopping in, body snatching, right? And the thing is when we're participating in too much sexual activity, right? Too much open sexual activity, just when everybody has multiple partners, polyamory, anything like this is very low vibrational, okay? Because people haven't dealt with their own karma, all of their own demons. And so they're now attaching other demonic and like spirits, trauma entities, uh, and they're attaching it and they're bringing it from person to person to person to person. Now, for some, this may actually be, they may actually be spreading some type of, not just like a sexually transmitted disease, but a sexually transmitted demon. And it's feeding off of them. Now, what they were doing for a while is they were cashing in because they were able to somehow get some type of this sexual energy. This Queen of Wands was able to get some type of sexual energy out of collective for an extended amount of time, until collective said, no, I'm done. I'm doing it on my own. Now, where collective worked really, really, really hard, okay? Collective, normally where you would be working with other people, nobody was ever working with collective, okay? Nobody was ever working with collective. Collective worked really hard to build their whole empire, to create something, to establish themselves, and to put in all the effort to get this reward or payout back. Now, what this fucking cunt did over here, okay, not only did she come in and attack collective's business, collective's love life, collective's empire, collective's work, collective's money, okay? These are, this is a whole group, okay? This is a whole group or organization that has been doing this for an extended amount of time. And um, they have been basically siphoning off of collective's energy to work really hard to transmute this energy, right? So because collective has the availability to keep creating and to keep transmuting and to keep, they have been banking off of that. They have been like siphoning this creative life force energy that collective has been supplying. And it's like, it's basically, collective is taking down like this entire empire, this entire cult, this entire coven, this entire group of sick fuck people, whatever this is, this cult, sex, whatever this is, okay? They're taking it down. They're taking it down, like single-handedly taking it down. And the karmics are fucking crashing out, okay? They're crashing out hard because they were pretending, okay? So they went in, they try to maybe they try to do something, okay? Something having to do with your stability and your house and your happy ending collective, okay? This is, in this deck, there's 4 extra cards. They're the palaces of each suit, okay? So this is stability. This is the palace, the home, okay? Physical, um, one is creative, right? If it's coins, then this is physical. So this is where we get paid, right? This is the business, right? And this one, the Palace of Wands, this is where the inspiration, where the ideas, where the passion, where something comes, right? Maybe where you guys like to come together. Um, but yeah, this is very intentionally the lovers. And so what they have done for many of you guys, okay, this is kind of heavy. For many of you guys, you may have had multiple, not like multiple lovers at the same time or something like this, but multiple of your lovers, if not all of your lovers, may have been like a predetermined setup, right? They may have been in control of this to maintain this flow, to be able to keep siphoning off of you creatively, physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually. Um, let's see. Let's see what this is. But yeah, so they've been doing it for quite some time. Okay. This legacy, this could have been going on for generations, even. Okay. It's kind of what I'm picking up on with this 10 of coins and these palace of coins. This is 3 of coins, emperor, 10 of coins. Yeah. So what happened is these fucking karmics tried to bank off of, they tried to take credit. Okay. They try to take all of the credit. They even may have reproduced some of your intellectual property, some of your art, some of your creation, some of your stuff, or sold some of your stuff and said that it was their work. They have maybe single handedly trying to claim it as if it was theirs, thinking that they were banking on you to be gone, dead or gone. They are banking on you to be dead or gone or have some type of sickness or disease they tried to give to you, but now they have it. A bunch of them have it. They passed it around from all fucking each other. And collectives over here, like, nah, bro, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on this actual connection and I'm gonna go inside. And collective is like, nah, I'm gonna go inside. And it's like you went ghost. You went hermit. You went ghost. And now they can't stop thinking, are they hiding? Are they hiding? Did they meet somebody new? Did they get married? What's happening? They're fucking scared. They're scared because they're not getting, okay, because they're not getting the money. They're not getting the house. They're not getting the payment. They're not getting the business. They're not getting the union. They're not getting the attention. They're having these nightmares. They're fucking crashing out hard, you guys. It's like they're in this energy of like major paranoia. Okay, this isn't just like a normal crash out. Like they're legitimately like saying things and doing things that are freaking people out, right? Like they're this high level of paranoia where they're like, the tree tried to grab me or someone's trying to whatever. And the reality is this can be an actuality, right? Because they have done something, because they have tried to attack or tried to unalive an earth angel, someone that is directed, or like this super union, right? Um, for coming through someone else's destiny. Like you can't take someone else's destiny. That's someone else's destiny, right? That it's not how it works. Okay. So it's like they're now seeing it. It's like every time they hear something, they think they're hearing your name, or they think maybe they're hearing your voice call their name, or they're hearing something like what they did, right? They're having these spirits haunt them essentially, right? See this energy? And every thought, every word, every action, okay? And it's like they're not fucking sleeping. They're scared to go to sleep. They're scared to go to sleep. They're scared to eat. They're scared to sleep. It's like they don't have the security. They may have lost their place to live. Yeah, something that they were holding on to. They were holding on to some type of stability, or they try to take away they try to take away your stability because they were claiming something that didn't belong to them in the first. But excuse me. Yeah, they were sneaking and lying and hiding and trying, and they've been trying to defend these lies and these secrets. Okay, that they took something, that they've been holding on to something that didn't belong to them. As a matter of fact, they've been misering something that belonged to you, and they're defending their lies and their bullshit about it. And now they're crashing out hard because nobody's there to back them up. They're like, I posted this video, I posted this video several times, and it's like this like old African lady or something. She's like crazy, right? And she's just like, yeah, I'll teach you how to get the demons out of here, right? And she just is like, she's like, you get the biggest stick you can find. And she gets like this huge fucking stick, right? She's like, get out of here, you fucking demons, get the fuck out of here. And she's just like swinging and spinning around and like doing all that. But like, that's what I'm feeling. That's kind of like what they're showing me is this person is crashing out fucking hard. Okay. They may have been at somebody's house. Yeah, they may have been at their own home or somebody's house or with a landlord or something like this, and they started fucking crashing out. Okay. They're lying about something. Somebody called them out on something that happened, and they're fucking like freaking out. Like everyone's trying to attack them. And maybe everyone is actually trying to like get a grip on them. Like they could have actually had like a full on mental break, is kind of what I'm picking up on. Like they have major crash out. Yeah, they had a fucking full melt, full emotional melt. The Palace of Cups. So they lost their emotional stability. They lost their home. They're creative, and they lost their partner or whoever they thought um, was there for them, whoever they thought was loving them. That's why I was finding that it's funny in the beginning when I first started this read before I got distracted. That's why I thought it was funny, because she's pissed. She's pissed that this other King of Wands in reverse. She's pissed that she passed on this Jezebel spirit, and that's what, even though she was doing spell work to keep this masculine or to keep multiple masculines or something like this tied to her, that they went off with somebody else. Now, many of them could have gone off not just with another woman, with another man, with other men. Um, and she's upset about this. She's pissed about this. This Jezebel spirit is pissed about this. And why is she pissed about this? Because it's like, um, what goes around comes all the way back around, right? So um, it's like poetic justice, right? It's like when people have the same thing happen to them that they've been doing to you, they don't seem to like it as much. That's the type of vibe. And they're sitting here and they're like, fuck, what the fuck did I do? They're crashing out hard. And all they're thinking about is all these other people. They're trying to figure it out. Someone could have potentially gotten pregnant or said that they got pregnant, but they may not be pregnant. It may just be this, it may be this sickness. Or if they did get pregnant, there's multiple people, 3 to 5 people, and they don't actually know who is the actual father. So they're trying to fucking basically extort each one of them. Oh, they're trying to extort each one of them and say that's what it is to get them to marry them or something like this. For many of you guys, you need to do a test whether your kid is already grown. Okay, if you are tuning into this, you need to do a paternity test. Now, the interesting thing is, let's say a female, right? Let's say a female has a husband, right? But let's say she's a fucking whore and she's fucking other people. Now, she can get pregnant from this other person. However, if the husband is the most prominent masculine entity and being when she's pregnant and after she births the baby, that child can take on physical genetic traits from that masculine. So some of you guys may have a kid that may belong to somebody else, that may belong to you, to your friend or your brother or your cousin or your somebody else. May belong to somebody else completely. And and the thing is it's like what they're telling me is like many people get um yeah, this woman's been holding this for a long time. Now, for some of you guys, this woman, I'm picking up on a couple things. Um, she got pregnant, and she's fucking so many people that she didn't know who she actually got pregnant from. One scenario. Another scenario. Um, this happened. She had the kid. She's been lying about the kid. She's been lying about who the kid's father was because she didn't actually like, maybe the person was an addict or a loser or something like this. And so she told somebody else this was actually their kid. And so because that person was around, the kid actually looks like that person and acts like that person. Yeah, but it's not. It's a third party situation. So you can still test. There is testing and stuff that can happen. I think when the woman is pregnant, when she's actually pregnant, the baby doesn't have to be birthed all the way, but there is paternity testing that um, that you can do before that. But somebody, if you are trying to get married based on some type of pregnancy, you wait until you get that test. You wait until you get that test, because there is a whole thing about this third party and the karmics crashing out. And what's going on is all these karmics, so all the people who are participatory in doing stuff against collective, right? Everybody, they're getting that back. All the work, all the spell work, all the bad energy, all the hate, all the negativity, all the derogatory, all of the humiliation rituals, different things like this. All of these people are getting this back tenfold. See how there's 10 wands here? And this guy is like naked and afraid. These karmics are crashing out because it's what's really funny. What's really funny is they actually think that that collective is doing it to them. They actually think the collective is the one putting the spell work, and actually it's just the return to sender. It's just the return rate, right? It's like when we say send this back where it came from, sometimes it's like direct and it's like whoosh, it'll fucking slap back, like jiggle like a fat ass. Just like you slapping, it's like jiggle, 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 slap back, clap back, right? Like no. Sometimes the universe is like, nah, I'm gonna give this a second. I'm gonna give us a second. And just when they got all fucking, just when I saw them shine their hind ends because they thought they got away with it, swoop, Uranian energy, swoop, rug right out from under you, swoop, tablecloth, and all the stuff still sitting on the table. And then everybody's like, what? Yeah. And divine timing's like, yeah, bitch, gotcha. Gotcha. Ooh, somebody is um collective, you are doing very well. Okay. You are physically gaining strength. You are physically, mentally, emotionally. You may have some new places. Somebody may be moving. You may have new houses. Okay. A new lover. Someone is coming to offer you this. Okay. This can be someone from the past. Okay. Or this can be someone that you have known for a long time. This can be someone that you feel close to, someone that you could have had a connection with or something before. Um, and maybe you never really explored this. And you guys just had to get to this space. Maybe you guys both had to get to this space, or you needed to get to this space, collective, of being at peace, right? Of being at peace, of feeling at peace, of because when we start to lack and when we feed this energy of lack, right? And that's what the karmics love to do. They love to do the sex magic. So you have to feed something. So you fucking need to feed the demon. I'm horny. I have to do something. Or so you're addicted to some type of substance or something like, I need this. Or so like, and that is the demonic energy, right? That is the demonic entity and energy at will. And the thing is when we start to find peace, when we do our inner work, when we go in and we do our inner work and we're okay with being by ourselves, right? We understand that until we're at peace, until we're satisfied and we can be appreciative of everything what we have. And that's not just like physically what we have, like what is our gift, what is our spiritual essence or presence that we have to offer. And once we have this ability where we've said, okay, I'm at peace, I'm good with who I am, I'm good by myself, I'm good with whatever comes, I'm open to receiving, but I'm good, right? And when collective is in that energy, then what can happen is things can start to shift. But you guys, this is super beautiful. Uh I think I have to get the book for this really quick. Give me 1 second. Because there's two houses and these are extra cards. And I want to know, I know that there's some, give me 1 second, guys. Just gotta go to the other side. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So, um, let's see what this is. The Palace of Coins. I think it's at the end or beginning of each one. Seven of Coins. The Palace of Coins. The other palaces are fun places to visit, but the Palace of Coins is where we live. Here is where we feel safe and secure, where we can tend our earthly needs, where we can be kings and queens of our own castle. Here Also, we can experience the four elemental energies as fully human attributes. The intellect, excuse me, the intellectual owl. He looks like he's at the top here. The impetuous deer, which is here. The moody frog. Where's the frog? Bro, where's the frog? Maybe at the bottom down here? I think he's here at the bottom. I think that's the frog. And the mundane mouse. I saw the mouse is hanging here somewhere. Boom, 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 boom. He's hanging. Ah, he's hanging here right with the deer. The mountains in the background are more distant than in the Palace of Wands. The dream and goal remain, but home is always waiting when we need a rest from the journey. Okay, so they can be crashing out because they're losing their home, they're losing their security and their place to rest because that's what they wanted to take away from collective and what collective. So, what I was picking up on also earlier is that the karmics are getting like spending hell of money, not just trying to send people to harass collective, but on readings, on like little gypsies or readers or psychics or whatever. And what I picked up on and what I was tuning into, and when I was listening to another reader that I listened to today, a couple of them, they were talking about the same shit. And I was like, wow, this is super weird. So I should probably say something about it. But it's like these karmics are crashing out hard because they're demanding. It's like when they go into the reader, when they go into the psychic or something like that, they're tuning into collective's energy and they're seeing who the fuck collective is. And they know that this person is bullshitting them, right? And they know that they're tapping into energy that they shouldn't be tapping into. And even though they tell them and even though they give them directions, they're still insistently doing weird spell work and different stuff like this. And so they actually are seeing, they're actually seeing like the end of their cycle. They're actually seeing death, the death spells returning and all these other things. And they are actually telling them, you shouldn't do this. Now, some of them are on collective side because they see that you're a healer or another type of energetic specialist or reader, something like this. And so, because of that, they see who you are. They see your energetic signature. They see that you're a chosen one, and they're not going to fuck with that, right? They see that there is unseen laws or rules that that these people are trying to break. That they're trying to pay people to do the spell work. Now, in some cases, what these psychics are doing is they're accepting, okay, they're telling them what they want to hear because they know that they're in there and they're set and they're not going to take in any type of answer that they don't want to hear. Number one. Number two, some of them are taking the money and telling them what they want to hear because whatever. Some of them are taking the money and reverting the spells back to them because they know that they're trying to take a home, a destiny, money, something that does not belong to them. So they're reverting the spell back. So they're either putting it on them and their family or reverting them. So instead of doing this, or let's say, for instance, if they pay to get a spell to go and do on collective, it's like the correct spell. So it's like they're giving them inaccurate readings. Now I'm picking up on a couple different things. There may be somebody that they're frequently going to, okay, and this person is single and they may like the person that keeps going in there to get this reading on their ex or on their lover or something like that. And what's going on is they're giving them inaccurate reads as well to keep them coming back in because they're trying to make money and they know that they're fucking obsessed. So if you're now, I know this isn't for me because I know the three people that have fucking paid me to do sessions all fucking year. And so it's definitely not me as a reader, but this is someone that someone is paying a lot of money. Okay, they're paying readers, psychic, root workers, all this stuff to attack this union, to attack this happy ending. And but it's not possible, right, you guys? Because collective, you have your wish fulfillment. You have your destiny. You've earned your destiny. You've earned your new home. You've earned your safe space. Okay. You've earned that. This person, okay, this new home, you're about to get a new home. Okay. And that's going to be safe. You may get houses. Like I was saying the other day, houses, look at palaces, palaces. So we have the Palace of Coins, the Lovers, and the Palace of Wands. So what does this tell me? That this new person is saying, this is going to be our home. This is going to be our getaway. This is, and maybe we're going to have another space, or maybe we're going to travel or whatever. But this is stability. Someone is coming in now to offer stability. They have been working on this for quite some time. Okay. They could have tried to work on it with your family. And let's see what the Palace of Wands says. Ba, 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 ba. Karmic is absolutely pissed off about this. And they are crashing out hard. Like they're freaking out. It's like they may have had to be called. They may have had to be like physically removed from a venue or from a space. If that hasn't happened, it's gonna happen. Or they could be like someone could get in an accident and be caught with fucking drugs and be irrational. Someone could get caught at a door or drop something, or they could just be acting super fucking erratic. Someone could do something and end up getting sick or having an OD or something like this, and they're super crashing out to where they're calling either an ambulance or something to kind of like wrap them down. They're taking them to a mental facility. Like they're fucking proper losing their shit. They're proper. The karmics are proper losing their shit right now because they went. Okay, they finally went and they didn't like all the answers that somebody was giving them, and they went to this new person. This new person basically told them, it's like they pretended to be collective and this person saw it and they told them this is what's going to happen. They're getting their happy ending. They're getting this love story, they're getting their home, they're getting their business, they're getting their job, they're getting it. Regardless of what you do, that it is a divine blessing. It is a divine inheritance. It's not just a physical inheritance. Some of you guys may have an insurance policy or inheritance or something that is coming in like on the physical, like from your family or fucked up people fucking you up. Um, you may also have that coming in, but this is another level. This is like divine. This is spiritual inheritance, like what you have wished for. You have fulfilled. You have fulfilled. You are getting this. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. So the Palace of Wands. This card shows a warm environment that encourages creative inspiration and the launching of plans and projects. The structures are built into a mountaintop, suggesting both the long climb ahead and also the attainability of the goal. Butterflies symbolize transformation of the dreams into reality, and red roses signify passion. The structures are lit from within with fires of the heart. Statues portraying the Knight of Wands symbolize forward momentum and focus. Okay, so what this is saying is not only is this person going to provide, okay, or whatever, maybe it's, I mean, I'm really feeling it's a person, right? Because it's the lovers between these two houses. Or you're getting these houses and a new lover also, also, and something, um, and some type of something, some type of payment or something. This can be a house, this can be a inheritance, this can be some type of insurance policy, something that you've been waiting on for an extended amount of time, like maybe since you were young, or that's been years there waiting for you since you were young, something like this, maybe a sibling, a brother or sister, family member tried to take it. Maybe they did, and they were claiming it as their own or claiming that you didn't have the capacity. And now you've proved them wrong. You've shown them that you more than have the capacity collective. And on top of that, you're going to have somebody else that's going to be entering, that's going to be even more stable, that's going to add to your stability, right? That's going to create this family, this safe environment, this home environment, right? And from that, you guys are going to create beautiful things together. It's like it's like your passion or your love or your connectivity or your ability to be each other's muse or inspiration just is like fills this other space. So one space is the home where they go home to. It's like the home, the house, right? The home. And this is like the creative space, right? This is like the studio. But this isn't just a studio. It's like an entire museum or palace, right? It's an entire thing. And um that's something, it's like they their love for you, like they're gonna bring you. What are they gonna bring you? Let's fucking see. What are they gonna bring you? They're coming to offer you this cup of love, but they're also coming to offer you this stability, this love, this stability, safety, stability, security. Okay. One is like definitely like in the woods or nestled in a valley or in the mountains or something like this. One is more like a secret, like fairy realm. Okay. One is more existent. One is more hidden or secret, like a secret garden or a secret space, something like this. Okay. Um, Beautiful views, somewhere by trees. You have views of some type of mountains or something like this, but there is lots of lush greenery and things that are growing. Okay, big garden and stuff like this. This Palace of Wands, this is something that's a bit higher up, but this is also like, this is like creative inspiration. Again, this can be like an art studio, a music studio, just a place where you guys go to create. Yeah, where you go to create this empire. It can also be something that was maybe had been taken from you from an organization or facility, or is being returned to you for some from some type of inheritance or will. Or you guys are going to create something so new and so powerful together that the return, that the payout of this, like you guys, it's not just, you're going to create a legacy and not just um, this isn't just something that was left to you. This is something that you guys actively create together. Yeah. But there's a lot of things, the death, there's a lot of things that had to end, like die and be rebirthed in order for this happiness, in order for this new creation, in order for this new thing to be birthed. What is this Knight of Cups? What are they going to bring? Security. They're going to bring support, security, everything. Like the fact that I asked what else they're going to bring besides the house and the Emperor and the Ten of Coins show up is pretty interesting. The Four of Swords, healing. Okay, they may also be a healer. They may be this final rebirth or evolution. You guys come together, and this happiness like heals a lot of things. Yeah, victory. This is what ultimately creates. It's like there's been such a long battle. Okay, for some of you guys may have known each other for a long time. What is this Six of Cups, please? For lifetimes, I'm hearing. Oh, this is the Four of Swords. Okay, so what was this one? The Five of Swords. Oh, my bad. This person is willing to take out anybody for you to help heal, right? It's like they're going to defend you. There's no one, it's like there's no, you don't have to worry. Normally in the Five of Swords, this guy is fighting everybody to collect all the swords. It's like he's already holding them. Okay. It's already been won. Okay. For some of you guys, you may have been worried that there is a big fight or battle that still has to go on, and they've already won it. That's what's been taking some time, maybe. They've already won it. There was a big victory. They're happy. Some people are going to die. Some people maybe have died. Some people maybe will be facing death penalty or are very sick and dying. But you're going to be victorious. This connection is going to be victorious, and this is why the karmics are going ballistic. You've healed. Collective has healed, and this is like the final purpose of healing. This can also be something. So something you guys may finish healing together, or something you guys may be helping each other heal through, yeah, is these childhood wounds. Yeah, yeah. This is also somebody that you've known for an extended amount of time. But what I'm picking up on for many of you guys is it's like it's like this other person. It's like something that you do collective activates their inner child, right? It activates their inner child and it makes them feel um uh it's like it makes them feel innocent. It makes them feel playful. It makes them feel um yeah, it's like you guys will heal something together. Like maybe you guys both experienced some intense stuff growing up or in your family. Maybe you guys have lost your family. Maybe your families were lying or hiding or keeping things or deceiving you. Um, and the truth is, for some of you guys, that like I said, the masculine could have been working with your family, and the family could have been deceitful. They could have lied and said all fucked up all this shit. But what I'm picking up on is that you guys have not similar wounding or trauma, I guess, kind of like this, but it's like you guys will get to not grow old together, but like grow young together in some sort of sense. It's like you guys will get to activate each other's inner child and kind of heal that together and kind of recreate what this love is, what lovers is, what family is, what support system is. It's like you'll be rebuilding that, because it's like this has been what the problem is been for so long, is because there's so much damage and trauma and all of this stuff. It's like, how do we know what's real? How do we know when we're really healed, or when we're lying to ourselves, or when someone else is lying to us? How do we learn to trust? How do we learn who is and who isn't, right? Bats and wolves could be significant. This has been a long time coming. Someone has been working on this for a while. Tell me what this, or holding this money for a while. Tell me what the Six of Cups is, please. This has been some type of fortune or something that they've been blocking your destiny or your outcome since you were small, since you were a child. Or this is someone in your family, or they've been doing it since you were a childhood. This is a parent, a sibling, a cousin, whatever, something like this. They've been blocking it. They've either been holding your fortune from you, they've been blocking, they've been trying to destiny swap or do something, but that's changing. The wheel of fate is tipping. Tell me what this is, please. What is the six with the wheel? What is the Six of Cups with the wheel? That went super far. Hold on. The Ace of Swords. The truth. The actual truth is going to come out. Yeah, they've been hiding and lying for an extended amount of time. For a long time. A long, long time. Oh, they've been hiding something for a long time. Also, this person could have been hiding for a long time. Tell me what this is about. Queen of Cups. You may have known or felt this person for some extended amount of time, or known who they are, felt who they were. Collective, you may have been tuned into it. Okay. But they may have been hiding it, or they may have been in denial. Yeah. They were not coming towards you or not entertaining it because they were kind of freaked out by it, or they didn't really know how to express it. Okay. And where they were standing stagnant before, they are now moving forward quickly. Hi, love. Hello, loves. Love is. Am I supposed to repeat this? Yes or no? Yes or no? Love is a house and you got the key. I mean, home is where your heart is, right? So only you can unlock the capacity of your home of your home space, your heart space, in order to get that. But like, I have many keys actually. Actually, I think my friend might be upset because I forgot to leave the key in his house. Like, I have keys to many houses, but none of which of them are mine. Even my studio space, it doesn't belong to me. I'm just temporarily renting it, right? Like, none of them are mine. As someone built fucking house or villa or even a fucking room because they love you or they want to be with you, like the safety and the security, like, yeah, that's what masculine provides. Like, but no, you got the key. Oh, is this like a what's that song? I'm hearing the song. Who is this that's talking to me? Marvin. Hey, Marvin. Um, uh, Nako, a medicine for the people. I'm like, what is that song? I'm hearing that song. I don't know if you guys know the song. It's called, I think it's called Black as Night. But he talks about this. You've got the key. You've got the key to my house. Something like this. But the door is always open. You can always come right in. I gotta hear it. I'm sorry, you guys. I gotta hear it. So there's something that needs to be heard. Let's see. Black as Night, I think is what it's called. I think is the name of the song. We'll play it. Hopefully, I'm not in trouble for playing it. If I am, shout out. This is Nako. And this is Nako Medicine for the People. Hold on. I gotta listen to it. So we come out of darkness. Running. Who am I now? Who am I becoming? Learning. The thing is, I believe in the good things coming. That's why we needed to hear it. I am the master, I know nothing. I am no master, I know nothing. Music. Yeah. So what he's talking about is he's believing in the good things that are coming, right? And this is why they wanted me to listen to the song or to put the song in, is because this is the actual message that's coming through. This is the actual truth. Oh my God, you guys. But this is the actual message, right? Is even though, and this is something that I actually went back and forth and battled with myself a little bit, had me put the title up because I was like, oh, I don't want to go into these negative spaces with these karmic entities. But the thing is sometimes it's like sometimes it can be a burden. Okay, as much as you're like, I'm not going to think about it or worry about it because it's not my problem. The unresolvedness of it can sometimes excuse me, can create a bit of a burden, right? It's like you just want to know the truth. We just want to know what the fuck is going on. It's like not that you really care what's happening to bad people who try to hurt you, but it's like, okay, so there is karmic justice is playing out to some extent. Okay, that's good. Not that you want other people to suffer, but it's just like you want to know that like doing the right thing constantly, you know, that believing in the good things and doing that means that there's good things coming. And so this is kind of like what he's talking about in this song, right? Like out of darkness, light comes running. And it's about like no matter how much we learn, we're still learning, right? So yeah, take a look at myself through my third eye. So the thing is like I didn't want to put the burden of talking about something traumatic, but they're like, no, you need to talk about this. Someone needs to understand. Someone needs to know. And it's not that you want to know whatever. It's that you don't really want to communicate. It's like you don't really want to ask other people and communicate what the fuck is going on. It's like you know something's going on, collective. You know that you've been good. You know that you've been loyal, right? Like this dog energy, you know that your sincerity and that your love, like this is all coming out, right? You know that soon you will understand more, you will have actual physical communication or something that's going on, but it's like your truth, your understanding, your discernment, your vision and your prophecy can sometimes come across as a little bit of a burden. Why? Because you're sensing what's going on, and if we stay too focused on receiving, I don't want to say harming others because that's not what it is, but on receiving justice, right? For these things, instead of placing our order, I talked about this in my last video today. When we place our order, right, with the universe, the more specific we are, the more direct we can receive that order back. But the thing is we have to be very specific, and we can't keep doing things that we don't like. We can't keep, it's like, oh, I don't like hanging out with that person because I don't like the way they talk to me. It's like, oh yeah, but they're my neighbor and I got to get a ride home from them or something. It's like you got to be like, nah, you can't just do something because you're getting something out of something. That's like everything that's wrong with the system that's with the patriarchal system that's in play right now, right? It's sucking life force. It's fake. It's false. It's creating something false in order to exchange a time or an energy of our false persona to receive something back that we need in order to survive. Like this is grape culture. I'm sorry, but it is, you guys. So um it can be a burden sometimes because it's like you know what the truth is, but maybe you're just a little bit ahead of your time, right? And it's like you don't want to ask other people you know, you don't want to necessarily like ask other people to help you or to figure out this information, but you know, it's sometimes nice. Sometimes we just need that um secondary like solidification, like where we're like, oh, okay, someone else, okay. You know, it's like for me, I'm like, is this really happening? Like I had to sit down and I was channeling some fucked up shit today when I went to go and get my food from this happiest little couple. But when I go there, because I'm just like and there's so much energy moving around me, I like to sit and zone in and write in my little book, even though it's on the street and it's so intense. And what I was picking up today was some crazy shit where it was talking about um uh I don't know. I feel like I have to get it for you guys. Hold on, it's right here. Oh, I'm like, I need to get it for you guys because there's something you guys need to hear, I guess. Hold on. But as I'm sitting there writing and I'm realizing, I was like, wait, people really did this. Yeah, it's a thing. Um, so Oh, okay. So yeah, this is what I picked up on. So there's something that is so these people are trying to pretend to these people are trying to pretend to be collective, okay? And it's like they can't fake the funk, right? It's like collective is like the original, the OG. Like you can't duplicate that. Like you can make a knockoff, right? You can bootleg that shit, but it ain't the same shit. And so what I was reading is like there's this whole elaborate like setup or game, something that's going on, right? Can I say this? And so, what all these other people don't realize is they're over here pretending to be collective. Now, many of them are female in nature, and um, they're trying to approach this masculine, and they're trying to say that they are collective or that they can do all these things. For some of them, they're trying glamour spells. They may be using voice or something else that doesn't actually belong to them. And so, what I was channeling is that these. Can I say this? Can I share this? So some of these masculines may have been also playing a role or a part, like many of these females were trying to take a part that didn't belong to them, right? Like let's say they're just like, no, I'm this person, right? Like I'm Abby. And it's like, wait, you're not Abby, you're Courtney. Like the what? Something weird like that, right? And they're like, no, 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 watch. Like I can sing like her, I can sound like her, I can do all these things. And so they're trying to put this off. And the masculine, check this out. This is what I channeled it. This is fucking hilarious. The masculine in some cases can be like they had an accident. Like let's say they had a big accident. Let's say they got in some type of wreck and now they're like paraplegic. Let's say they can't walk and or let's say they can't see, something like this, like some type of crazy shit. And in the process of doing that, right, it's like what they show me is this one masculine. Okay, one was like pretending to be in a wheelchair or like on a cane or crutches or something. Like one was blind where it looked like the eyes were like white or blind, and it was all these different things. And so they have been letting all of these fake ass copycats, these fake ass feminines, come and pretend to run them. And the funny thing is they're doing it to get back, right? They will pay. Whoever just said that is, you're right. So, um, that's a thing is they're now being, because they recorded and they observed and they hunted down collective like they were a fucking wild animal. That's what's been happening. They recorded them, they put their shit out, they did all this crazy stuff. And so this is what the masculines have been doing. They have been playing. And I was like, wait a second, but that's kind of fucked up. And they're like, is it? Because these people are lying about who they are and about loving somebody or wanting to be with somebody because they're trying to marry, trying to pretend there's someone they're not, right? Trying to marry this person because they're rich or for money and they don't really want to take care of them. They don't care to take care of this person. And this person is basically like looking for a caretaker. Oh, guys, I got my bracelet stuck. How did that even happen? They're basically looking for a caretaker, and these people are just trying to they're just trying to sign on. They're just trying to get a fucking free ticket, free meal. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to get a wallet. Ugh, sorry, gotta get that out. They're trying to get someone to pay for all their stuff where they don't actually love them, they don't actually fucking care. And so that's actually creating another problem. But the thing is how the masculine dealt with it is they've been dealing with it where they have all these other friends that are actually playing the part with them, like helping them to the bathroom or to the doctors or to do all these things, to where these people really think that they're handicapped, that they need to do this or that they can't see or whatever. And they're listening and they're watching and they're recording all of these bitches. And they're going to make a whole show out of it, or it's already been premiered because something like this, right? Something is already happening. But yeah, so basically, and they're letting them run it. They're letting them run it. Why? Because they did smear campaigns on collective. And the masculine is like, fuck you, actually, fuck you. And so now um, it's like um, they're just collecting evidence. They've just been collecting and recording evidence and seeing like how fucking um not sus, but how like how sketch and how like succubi these people really are. And they've been found out. Yeah, someone fucking caught them at their game. Someone caught them at their game. They caught them in a lie. They caught them right in the act. And they have the truth to prove it. They heard the communication. They have that recorded. They also have like they have receipts. They have video evidence. They have times. They've been tracking. It's like everything that these karmics did to collective has been being happened back to them. But the thing that I was tripping out on earlier is that because I was picking up on this because it was like, well, would you still love masculine if they did something bad and then they ended up in this bad accident and you had to take care of them? Like this is something that's been coming through, not just for me, but in the collective energy. So you guys may have somebody that comes back. Maybe they came back from war, or maybe they did get in an accident, or maybe something fucking happened and maybe they, maybe they lose a foot or an arm or a limb or I don't know, a leg or um, you know, there's some type of disturbance or some type of disruption. Now, this isn't for everybody. This is just for a specific portion of them. Um, and the reality is they just these people just keep trying, right? Because they want the payout, because they want the part or the payout, and they think because this person is famous or something like this that they can get money or they can get famous or they can get something and they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. Like that's what they show me. Like, oh, they're gonna get their 15 minutes of fame. Don't you worry. But what the whole world is gonna see them for is all these people that were smear campaigning collective, saying collective was a whore and collective was a gold digger and collective was an addict and collective was all these fucking psychotic stuff. Now they're having psychotic breaks. They're being put in mental institution. They're getting arrested. They're having legal issues, legality issues, and they're not realizing that actually because they operated in a group and they had group chats and their shit's on fucking check, that they're going down and they're going away because for some of them, there was something about elderly abuse too, not just not just like child or spouse abuse, but also like elderly abuse. So these could have been people that, again, like for instance, in my case, these are people that have been doing lots of con and fraud work for an extended amount of time. Now, for some other people, this can also be, these people could have also been implemented or put in with an older person, an elderly or some type of respite care, something like this. And they could have gone around kind of offing these old people, right? Collecting some type of money or some type of valuables, insurance policies, maybe taking their vehicles or some other things like this. Okay. They could have been also, um, for some of them, they were being paid from some other people, some other family members, some other things like this. They were being paid in order to do that, in order to give them medication for them to off. So if anybody is dying, if you have, okay, there's any children that are being born, if you've already had children, whatever, you need to have the paternity test. Number one. Number two, if anybody dies, there needs to be a full autopsy. There needs to be a full tox report. If anybody has elderly people that are in homes right now or that pass away, that inheritance or anything else is tied to, there needs to be a tox report because I don't think that they're being given the proper medication. Somebody is trying to poison somebody. And for some of you guys, I was picking up on this a few days ago. This can also be something that is coming back around. It's rebirthing itself. Yeah, it's rebirthing itself. So for some, there could have been a case that was a cold case or a closed case or something like this. And now this is something that's being reopened. Maybe someone's toxicology report or someone's autopsy or something is actually being revised. And in this whole thing, they're now realizing, oh, wait, why was he on this medication? Why did he die? And now they're finding things that are deeper. And this is connected to some type of family inheritance or some type of something. Okay, something. It's like something was foul. Something was foul in the state of Denmark. You know, it was like something was off. And now they're finding it. They're finding more truth as they dig a little bit deeper because due to collectives prophecy, due to collectives vision. And it doesn't matter if all these people have said that they're this and they're that and they're this and they're that and they're fucking crazy and they're talking shit. All the all the documentation that comes back shows that they're correct, that they're accurate. If anything, they're predicting things before it happens. But it's truth. It's truth. And all these other people got nothing to stand on. Where they were maybe siphoning energy before, they're now not allowed to. They've been blocked. For some of them, they lost their powers. They actually lost their powers because they wouldn't stop doing this spell work on collective. And they were warned. They were warned by different practitioners for a long time. Hey guys. Oh fuck! I never even finished playing that song, but whatever. We know. I'll listen to it later. Many people don't understand what love means because love has been programmed to be transactional for us, especially in a patriarchal society. This is how it's been. It's been programmed to be transactional. Women have been a fucking commodity to trade, a transactional commodity. This is how I get my money. This is how I get my cows. This is how I get my kid. This is how I get my land and money to keep moving, is by buying and selling and trading this woman as if she's a fucking piece of livestock. So yeah, people don't really know what love is because it's been programmed in the patriarchy that we are not people. So it's hard. As much as I want to say it's one person or another, it's each individual. Okay, so being a adulting, okay, I won't even say that I'm a full level adult, but adulting and healing, growing up to some extent means that we all understand that we've had fucked up scenarios, okay? Fucked up circumstances or lives. Everybody has different shit that they've gone through, okay? Everybody has some other shit. It's how we choose to heal from it. Are we choosing actively to heal from it or not? Is the case, or are we? And this is why this Jezebel, excuse me, the Jezebel energy was coming up, because the thing is about the Jezebel energy is if people aren't dealing with their demons, if they aren't dealing with their darkness, if they aren't dancing with their shadows and dealing with their demons, then what happens is when they're having this sacred energy exchange, when they're having sex, when they're fucking other people, they're now giving other people their fucking trauma. And then when that person is lying to their partner that they're not with anybody else, and then they come fuck that person, now that woman is now taking on all this woman's ancestral trauma because this dude is fucking doesn't give a fuck to understand that the female is always the receiving end. Yeah, so it's complicated, right? It's complicated. But a lot of people don't know what love means. You're right. Yes, I channel dead people. Yeah, people will pay with their lives. If they put death magic, they will pay with their lives. You're not human, you walk in a human body. Who's this? Tammy. Hey Tammy. Nice to meet you, fellow. Are you an alien, a Balan? What place do you come from? What planet do you come from? I'm being real though. I'm Lyran High Priestess, so I'm just in this meat sack. I've been on this earth since the end of the first, beginning of the second root race. So I'm here as an earth angel doing lots of things, but yeah, human, human and English and all of that, it definitely is weird many times, all of the time, right? Um, You died 14 years ago and came to remember who you are. Yeah, this is what we are. This is why I call this the new era, not N-E-W, K-N-E-W. Life is a series of remembrance. When we came through the veil, when we entered this physical human incarnation, we agreed to a lot of our memory being kind of cleared, being kind of fuzzed out. Now, does it mean that it's cleared forever? No, this is our whole purpose. And you're absolutely right. Tammy, you're absolutely right. Is we came here to remember. We came here to remember, knew. We knew it's something we knew. So if we already know it, we've already known it. but we knew it. It's like, oh, you're like, oh, fuck, I used to know how to do that. Like, oh, I knew this. I know what this is. I felt this before. I've been here before. And that's what it is it's this series of remembrance. And that is what we're doing. Zoran, you're very welcome. They should and they shall. You know, that's what they did. Yeah, you took their powers away from them for doing what they don't understand. Yes, yes, exactly. And so this is what's going on, right? So for you and for many other people that are actually stepping into their power, guys, especially at this point, if you're a light warrior, a light being, you're not gonna, you may take the money, but if you take the money and fuck with people's free will or something else like this, that's going to come back on you. And if you're a smart witch, if you're a smart person, then you know that you don't want that type of energy, right? We don't want that. We are like, no, I don't need that karma. And so you're not gonna do that. And so what happened is when they did this black magic to me out here in Bali, and they sent me to this, they paid this priest. So they paid this priest, and I went and sat with the priest. Now I know some Balinese, and I went in my full fucking temple dress up and everything, right? And the guy was like, what the fuck? I spoke a little bit of Balinese to him, but I was like trying to understand. And he went back in there to this little room where he plays, right? And where he prays and he does like his little things and does his little bell and it has all these little things. And he comes out and he turns around and he looks at me and I'm just like smiling, like, hey, like, thank you so much. Like, Om Swastiastu, which it's kind of like a namaste, right? It's like higher level divine, right? Before they made the swastika into something gnarly, actually, it was Hindu for Swastiastu. This beautiful, we'll get into that another day. But, anyways, and I'm doing this and I'm talking to him and he goes back in there and he prays again. And he kind of laughs and he turns around, he looks at me. And on the back of this priest, they call them monkus out here. But this priest back, he has this fucking gnarly tattoo. His whole back is like Kali Ma. You guys know who Kali Ma is, right? She's the female entity. Like, I mean, she is mother birthing, but she's also death, right? Like Shiva and Kali. So Kali Ma is the one that's always like seen ripping the heads off and standing with the sword and the whatever, she has all the heads that are around her and she's standing on top of the body. Okay. So he has this gnarly full back piece of Kali Ma. And so I said something to him. I was like, oh yeah, I work with her and many others, she's one of my favorites. And so he fucking comes back out. And it took me just until I think last year to actually finally have the circular conclusion and actually understand all what was happening, to get all of the downloads. But what happened is they had paid him to put more black magic on me because the black magic didn't work when I got hit by the truck. I was still fucking alive and still alive. And they're like, what the fuck? And so they're like, yeah, you got to go here. You probably have some black magic. And the guy started explaining it to me. And then he started telling me, because I started asking him, like, what did the person look like? And then he started explaining all this other stuff. And then we were fucking tripping out on it. But what he did, which is the same thing that you did, Zoran, which we were talking about, is he, instead of putting the death spells on me, or instead of reverting these spells back on me, he actually took them and he reverted them back on them. And what he did is he did this spell. And I didn't understand, because when he was doing it and he was like, I can understand that he was talking about my eye, but mata is like death, but it's also like mata mati is like dead eyes, right? And so he was talking about this, and so I was just like, oh, so this is some type of like death spell, like removing some type of death spell. And basically what he told me is, when your eye fully wakes up, when you fully open your eyes, right? And when it finally wakes up and your eye opens, then that's when all of it will come back. Now he told me um, that the spell magic will go back times 10 or 20 or something like this. And that anybody that tried to put anything on me, like, wouldn't realize it, but then it would come back on them. So now all these people have been doing all this spell work for all of this time, for like 3 fucking years, thinking that it wasn't working, that if maybe it just wasn't working, or something else was happening, or who the fuck, what was I, alien or what? Of course, right? I'm an ancient, I'm primordial deity, bitch. Like, what the fuck do you think? I'm old. I've been here for a minute. So, anyways, yeah, so it was this energy, like what you're saying, is you gave it back to them. And that's what this priest did, is he basically did that. So anybody, and he's like, anybody trying to put anything on you now, and he said it, and he told me, like, this is going to be good for, like, I don't know, he told me like 10 plus years or something like this, that he was doing this protection and putting this back. And so what he actually did, and what I found out last year, because I was like, I started channeling, like, I've always worked with dead spirits and things like this, but to really start tapping these ancient fucking primordial entity, like deities and stuff, was fucking wild, you guys. And so what I realized is he tapped me because he saw that I was super tapped in to some of these other deities and to Kali, and he was like super devotee of Kali, and he knew that I was tapped in with Nairoro Kidal. She's like the queen of the sea, and and then like Saraswati and stuff like that. And so he was just like, boom. So he basically gave me access to have an open third eye, like when my third eye fully opens, to have open fully, like, to be able to embody, not just to channel, but to embody their feelings or emotions or energies. And I knew this was real because when I went to other priests and they were trying to talk to them about it, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, I see her in you all the time. I've seen her many times. You finally, you finally know. Like, you finally woke up, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, yeah. And many of the other Balinese people were tripped out because they're just like, they're tripped out because they're like, why are these Hindu deities coming through this bule, this white girl or whatever, right? Like, they couldn't really like wrap their head around it. It was a little bit um confusing for them, but they're like, okay, they were on board, like, they're like, yeah, they're like blessing me up, and they're just like, yeah, we see her, we feel her with you, we feel them with you. And so it's this really beautiful thing. And this is where the spiritual protection comes in. So collective, you guys have been given a higher level spiritual authority and spiritual inheritance. And with the spiritual inheritance, it's not just money or abundance, it's spiritual gifts. It's like the ancestors decided to choose you because you were the one that was going to be able to embody or be strong enough or have enough will or whatever in the right time or whatever, in order to actually like hold these gifts. And so what the karmics are pissed about is they want access to that level of power or those level of gifts. And what is really funny is I was watching this little what do you call it, they always be having me watch some weird shit, and I never know what it is until I'm channeling later on. But they're having me watch this weird clip of the live action, the actual person version of Aladdin, and they're showing just like this minor clip, and it was like Jafar, right, the evil guy. He's wants to be the most powerful of all, and Aladdin basically tricks him. He's like, "Oh, but you're only second most powerful because Genie is actually the most powerful in all of the universe." And because his power, because he wanted to have that power, and he's like, "I have all of this power now," blah 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 blah. And then as he's about to fucking create this like big ass fucking spell, it's like chink chink. And they're like, a genie without a master has to go back in his lamp or whatever, and he gets fucking sucked into this lamp. And so because of their um quest, I don't know what the fuck you would call it, because of their obsession with needing the strength and the power and the magic and the things that don't belong to them, that were not their given gifts, because they're needing that power so much, like, how much energy, like, let's say let's say they were jealous of your partner times 10. Like they're going to get that shit back times 10. Like let's say they wanted your power. Let's say they stole some of your art and they reproduced it, right? Like let's say they made $1,000 off of it. They now owe you $100,000. Do you understand? This is the type of slapback that is in the works, in the process, because the ancestors are like, no, they're not having it. They're not having it. Now, where before people may have been more asleep and just kind of letting the body snatchers and the darker demons and entities kind of hop and take things. And this is what happens when you have too much addiction, right? If you need to take something or do something every fucking day, regardless, like you can't go another day or a few days without it, like you have an addiction. Okay, that's an addiction. It doesn't matter if it's fucking porn, video games, fucking social media, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Work, okay, needing to fucking talk to people or fucking talk shit on people. It doesn't matter. When you start in these states of greed, lust, gluttony, addiction, any of these states, okay? I don't need to go down all of them because you guys are smart. When you go in those states, you are now succumbing to a lower vibrational frequency, to a vampiric, or they're kind of more vampiric than demonic. Now, demonic entities, I want to be real with you guys. Demons are fucking smart. They're cohesive. Okay. So if you ask or command your demons and you ask your angels or your guides or whatever to tell the demons, you command them out, they will leave. They will leave. You ask them, they have to go. Respectfully, they have to. Okay. The vampiric spirits or entities are different. Okay. They're more parasitic in nature. Okay, so let's say you're like, oh, I gotta have this fucking Coca-Cola, or oh, I gotta have this fucking sugar, or this chocolate, or this fucking candy, or this cigarette, right? Just try to get yourself to go fucking 1 hour without it and see. But if you're you gotta fucking have it like you need it, like that's problematic, okay? And that's where those parasitic and vampiric entities can hop on board, because they're banking on basic chaos, fear, sexual, like sex is supposed to be sacred energy exchange. Okay, so if you're just doing it for pleasure and you're not doing it to connect and to elevate on a higher level, like you're just like, oh yeah, I'm elevating my orgasm. No, no, no. If you're not actually doing it to connect on a divine level, and you're doing it to fulfill lust, like better you just go fucking wank it yourself. Like better you just like service yourself, not by watching weird porn and shit like that, because again, that's an addiction. That is something that they keep people, anything that's over firing fucking dopamine, anything that's over firing fucking cortisol, anything that's keeping you in fear, in stress, that's keeping your nervous system disrupted, that's fake dopamine. Video games, pornography, fucking social media, like it's fake dopamine. Love is connection. Love is commitment. So when we're engaging in these things, and if we're trying to have these higher level frequencies and we're trying to reach these higher level vibrational frequencies as fucking collectively, like this is what we do. And this is why, like, trust me, I'm not a fucking I'm not a nun or something like this, but I've been celibate for about like 10 months or something like this now. Why? Because I understand there's a major spiritual warfare going on, and I don't want, all they're looking for is vessels to hop. Now, this is our spaceship. This meat suit, this is our spaceship. This is our vessel. And when you're drinking or when you're fucking zombieing out, right? Or even when you go to sleep, now you have all this bullshit that you put in your head that's now like operating in your brain, and the entities can jump in when you go into dream state because you're going off to do work in other fucking places. So don't participate in low vibrational fucking shit right now. It's just not what you need to be doing. It's not good. It's the micro and the macro. Okay, it's a reality. Protect your vessel. Like if you were the captain of a spaceship, if you were the captain of a fucking boat, even, would you be like, well, I'm gonna go to shore for the to the whorehouse for a bit. Everything's gonna be okay here. Like, nah, you have to leave somebody on watch because otherwise you're gonna get some fucking Captain Jack Sparrow that comes, some fucking Swayze ass pirate that comes and fucking takes your ship. I mean, didn't that happen? Isn't that like what happened in fucking Pirates of the Caribbean? Isn't that what happened in fucking Star Wars and like every fucking movie ever? Metaphor. It's true though. This is our spaceship. This meat sack is my current vessel spaceship. This is I I am in this space ship because my soul is like exponentially more magnificent than this puny little human body, but this is my spaceship. And if I'm zombieing out or too intoxicated or allowing other people that stay in low vibrational frequencies or in intoxication or fuck low hookers or whatever else, you don't want that energy. You don't want them bringing that trauma because you guys, as high vibrational spiritual beings that are ascending to fourth and fifth densities, right? We do not want to clear those people's fucking karma. We don't want that. That's what happens when you engage, especially sexually. You are taking on their ancestral karma. I don't give a fuck who they are, how long you've known them, if you've known them or not. It doesn't matter. You are not engaging intimately with somebody's physical being. You are engaging intimately with somebody's trauma, ancestral karma and trauma. And that's what you're agreeing to when you come into an actual concurrence of a relationship and you start having that sacred energy exchange. You're saying, okay, I'm taking on, like, I'm going to take on half your load and you're going to take on mine. But that's only if it's sacred energy exchange. It means you're energetically meeting each other in this sacred space, understanding these are our wounds, these are our traumas. I'm not going to give them to you. You're not going to give them to me, but we're going to help each other heal them. Right? Because that's ultimately what you're doing. So if somebody is like, let's say they're a mama's boy or a mama's girl, whatever, and they're like, oh, like, oh, well, my daddy's going to buy this and I'm going to lie to him about how much shit cost or whatever. That's how they're going to be to you in the relationship. If you got a mommy's boy, they're going to expect you to be the mother, and then they're going to resent you for being the mother because they want you as the partner, but because they've been, do you understand? So you're actually loving or connecting with people's unhealed versions of themselves, with their trauma, with their karma. So for people to be like, for people to be able to step out in a different space and be like, I'm actively working on healing my shadows, or I'm actively working on healing my whatever. Some people have attachment styles, some people are avoidant, some people are whatever, right? Some people are fucking liars, some people are fucking cheaters, whatever. But all of this is, who are you agreeing? Whose karma, whose trauma are you agreeing? And are you guys making an energetic exchange to where they're helping you transmute yours, or are you just fucking transmuting theirs? Because what's collapsing now with the patriarchy is the old paradox of the narcissist empath, is the old paradox of the mother that was abused, that neglects her own health, her own needs, her own, like that. Look at it, gives me so many goosebumps, you guys. That is all collapsing. That is the old matrix that we are collapsing by being in this higher vibrational space. So it's a choice. It's a choice. Like, do I not want to be having beautiful, like passionate intimacy? Of course. Of course. But it has to be. And the other person, even if you find your person and they're like, well, I still have to finish doing like a little bit of this work. I have to heal this, because what happens is many people get pregnant and they pop out the kid, and then the trauma just goes to the kid. That's why you're seeing so many people in our generation that have chosen not to reproduce, because that's the only way we can actually cut off fucking nip that shit on the balls or the fucking cut it off at the neck, you know, before it spreads any further. And that is part of what they're choosing to do, is to end those lines and to not reproduce. The thing is all of these new children that are being born are fucking mind-boggling. They're so tapped in. So the last thing we want to do is be trauma dumping on them when they're really fucking here and tuned in, and they're like that they have all of our history, all of our things, and now they're even faster because they have all the fucking technology to do. They don't have to do everything manually, like mind blowing, right? And so yeah, it's a whole fucking thing. Um, hey Cole, how's it going? Good to see you. That's not your outfit. Oh, Cole, I did see what you wrote yesterday, by the way, Cole. You want to model for me? Yeah, bro. You can model for me, but I'm on the other side of the world. I live in Bali, Indonesia, but I do have a lot of really amazing men's things. If I just had fucking, I had so many people. I had like 30 or 40 people that I chose to do my modeling, very specific, because I like very interesting looking people, and I like androgynous looking, like I like interesting looking people. And yeah, and I had all these things, and I paid people like so many times. I did a lot of the photo shoots, and then when they started the spell work, my roof came down and collapsed, and everything flooded. All my computers, my phones, all my shit, and so I lost everything. After fucking working for like, that was in 2023. So for 4 years, I had worked and I had done this, and I had done all my clothing lines and my photo shoots, and built the fucking website and did like all of that. Like I still have a website. Like I don't have the content to put up there because I have to reshoot it. And everybody's like, oh, just get your own camera and shit. I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. This is my life's work. I'm not half-assing at the last moment. And I've done the photo shoots multiple times and lost them multiple times. It's fucked up. But it just means that maybe it wasn't the right time. And now is such a beautiful time, where everything is really changing in the world. Fashion, sustainability, that people are understanding like what we're wearing on our skin, right? Like I'm wearing this because it's comfortable, because this is a this is this is a bamboo uh terry, bamboo terry. I'm like, what is the word? Sometimes my brain doesn't fucking get it all. Can you please wear something different? Oh, I'm sorry. This outfit makes you older than your age. Can you please change the outfit? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Cole. Sorry. This is just a little, it's just a half top. It's just a half top with a hood. It's just because I have to wear organic fabrics. I really need this other kid that stole all of my shit. Kind of cool, right? I need this other kid that stole all my shit to return it, because all of my favorite stuff is in that one bag of clothing. But I should actually start, like, I'm going back and forth, Cole, because a large portion of me wants to fucking break open all of this stuff and start to show you guys and start to work on creative projects. But another portion of me, because we're in this Taurus new moon, is like, I really want my stability and my home space and all of this to be good, which means like I may be leaving Indonesia, like I may have to be leaving, like, and the country might want me to be gone, might want me to stay out for more than a year, due to just like legalities and all this different bullshit, and all this court bullshit that I'm dealing with all these people who stole all this stuff. And so in the process of knowing that, um, to potentially leave this country, right? And so I'm like, I don't really want to unpack my stuff because everything is already packed, unfortunately. But yeah, so I'm having a bit of a battle back and forth with that, because I hate wearing this same fucking clothes, and this is like the clothes that I don't really normally wear, because this other fucking asshole just like stole my bag of clothes and doesn't want to return it to me. And a large portion of me is like, oh, just make new clothes. And it's like it's so much work. Like for me, I've been okay getting myself prepared, figuring out um about my animal, my kid, you know, and just about myself and my health. And so because this has been my main focus, I haven't actually pulled out any of the stuff. And everybody's like, let's see your art, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm just like, bro, I literally have to unpack all of my shit. I'm in a fucking one room. I'm in one fucking room. Like I had this all of this stuff in three and a half rooms before. Now it's all in one space. So for me to unpack it all, and that's probably honestly like I had this epiphany today, Cole. I'm like, oh, this is probably why I haven't been like actually also going out and adventuring because I don't feel fucking good, right? Because you have to like feel good like when you put on your clothes. And I'm in this middle space because I have all of my line of clothing. I have 5 lines of clothing, of sustainable clothing, and they're all packed up in these bins. And the thing is even though like I love to wear all of them, like I pack them all up so they're all in the, um, so they're ready to be uh, shot, like to do the photo shoots and everything again. And so I kind of don't want to take stuff out because every time I take a piece out and I'm just wearing the sample or something, someone steals it or it goes missing and I don't want to have to remake it. Like it's so much bullshit that has to go into all of it. And that's where I'm kind of fighting myself. And with this Taurus new moon, okay, where I'm regathering myself is like, I want the safety, I want the stability, you know. And the reality is like nobody else has ever provided that. None of my family or my friend, nobody else. Okay, yeah, people have helped me along the way a little bit here and there, but nobody has really, besides my friend that I got my fucking boat from. And yeah, maybe my friend who I was like renting his van. I was making him custom stuff and renting his van when I was like homeless like years and years ago before I had the boat. um like those people actually gave me space that took me out and helped me like off of the street. They gave me a place to live. But other than that, like I've never had, unless I provided it for myself or unless like from another partner or abusive fucking partner or psychopathic or sociopathic fucking psycho, like I've had to always take care of everything on my own. So when I'm in a position where I'm being offered a job that has a high level pay that can resolve my problems in like 3 months to 3 years time. And it's not that I like have problems. It's not that I'm in debt. It's just like these people gang stalked me. They stole my identity. They stole my credit cards. They fucking fucked up my bank. They fucking ran my credit. They did all this crazy stuff. So I'm in a fuck position. So I literally have to start over. So it's like, do I start over and do I stay on the fucking struggle bus? Or do I say, okay, yeah, I'd rather be playing dress up and getting pretty and doing photo shoots and making art, but like nobody, including my family or my parents, ever in my life have provided me a safe space, a safe home, security, like never, never. So at this point in my life, because I see this with my kid, that's my cat is my kid. And I'm just like, she's uncomfortable here because the neighbors are trying to give her weird shit that's made her fucking sick. Do you know? And it's I I never thought, I never really believed in animal domestication because I think that we make them less wild, less feral, and they become reliant upon us. But the way that I think about it is like, if I feel this way about a fucking cat, like how narcissistic and fucking psychotic was my family and my parents? Like both of my parents are NPD. Both of my parents are narcissistic personality disorder. Hardcore, hardcore. One is a covert, one is a malignant. So, um, but they're both selfish as fuck. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm in a third world country. It doesn't matter if I got hit and run over by a fucking truck and left on the side of the road for dead. It doesn't matter. Like they can't spare a dollar or any ability to help. And I've never done anything. I worked my whole life. I had to work to earn gas to be able to drive myself to fucking high school every day, to be able to pay for my car insurance. I had to have specific, like, no, no. I've had very, very few handouts. And so the way that I look at it, because Taurus is about that safety and that security and what is going to be sustainable, like with the longevity. And for me, as much as yes, it would be really beautiful. And like when I do these readings, this is super beautiful, you know? And I wish, yes, because I am part of the collective and because I am the micro and the macro. Um, I wish, yeah, this is beautiful. I wish this is a beautiful story. I wish these two houses, like I wish those houses and those villas that I saw that I know were built for me, unless it's all just a fucking act, unless it's all just part of a show to literally try to make me think I'm fucking nuts, then whatever. That's what it is. But if somebody, if somebody wanted to be with somebody, if they really, really, really wanted to be with somebody, and if that person kept telling you, I really like you and I want to be with you, and I don't know, like, can we please meet up? Can we please meet up? Can we please meet up? And that other person was so desperately in love with this person that they watched them and they stalked them and they did everything and they built these houses and did all this crazy shit. What would be preventing them? What in the fuck would prevent them from coming to pick you up to take you fucking home? Because the way that I see it, from all of my years of studying psychology and sociology and psychotherapy and just all these personality disorders and all this other stuff, the only way, like, my heart wants to process it as, oh, this is a beautiful thing and I see this outcome, right? I see the happy ending. But my brain, right? Psychology and psychotherapy and psychopathy, right, would show me that this is more, it's like almost on the level of sociopathic behavior. It's sociopathic behavior. For me to run there, for me to run there would mean that this person is a psychopath or a sociopath, because they're trying to create this need or this want or this transactional love. It's like, well, if you want it, all you have to do is come here and get it. It's like, if I made somebody a custom fucking jacket, I would fucking call them and I would be like, bitch, when are you going to come and get this? Or where are you at so I can bring it to you right the fuck now? I need to see you in this shit right now, feeling good because I made you this shit and it's dope and I know you're going to love it. Because when they don't, and they still want to be chased or they still want to be appreciated, or they're watching, for instance, they're watching me, collective, they're watching somebody suffer and somebody fucking starve and somebody be homeless at certain points in time and be sick and be ill and have nobody. That is fucking sociopathic behavior. Sorry, not sorry. Whoever else needed to hear this, that's sociopathic behavior. That's psychopathy. That's someone that doesn't actually, it's like they're literally getting off on watching the fucking struggle. No person that loves you would let you fucking not have a place to sleep at night when it's fucking raining outside. No person that loves you would let you fucking starve if they have means. I don't like, I can't, like, as much as I want to believe in the beauty, I also have to take things at face value because I've had a lot of fucking psychopaths that have been so obsessed that they've tried to take my fucking life. If I can't have you, no one can. That's fucking old news, bro. I have 5 that already did that. Like, I want an obsession that where you're so obsessed, you're like here to let me know you're obsessed and you want to, like, do whatever makes me feel good. Like I want obsession like that, not like obsession like I'm gonna fucking ruin everything. I'm gonna make sure no one else ever loves you because if I can't have you, no one can. Like that's fucking psychopathy, right? And people that watch other people suffer when they have the capacity to solve it and they're genuinely enjoying it and getting off on it, that is sociopathic behavior. Sociopath. So, do I want to play dress up and show you guys my beautiful art and all of that stuff? Yes, that's really all I want to do is read cards and make costumes and do fun stuff. But unfortunately, I've never encountered a real human man. Very few. But in an intimate scenario, I'm not sure if they even exist. I'm not sure if they're like an elusive wild animal because they want to hunt me and watch me and stalk me like I am. But they don't have the audacity to give me a letter or an invitation or a fucking address or a key or a fucking meet me here, let's eat food. Nothing. Nothing. Because see, the way that it works is feminines don't chase, they attract. So even if I knew that a motherfucker built me an entire castle, if they didn't extend me the invitation and the respect of letting me know that they built that for me and not every fucking buddy else, then are they doing it to fucking receive clout or are they doing it? What are they doing it for? It's like the same thing we were talking about. Oh, it's a piece of silk. It's a piece of dyed silk. Um, I was talking about this yesterday. Hey Heidi. It's like a little top. It's like a little. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a little. Not really like a little vest. It's just like it's just this nice. It's like this cotton bamboo. It's cotton terry. So it's a nice. It's like it feels like a little like a towel, like a soft little baby towel on the inside, and like really soft on the outside. But I've had a long day and I went out and I went on my bike ride, so my hair is fucking psycho. So anyway, sorry. Sorry, I don't look up to par today, Cole. I'm not feeling all the way that up to par, but I'm feeling awake and in order to be able to convey some messages. But I was talking about um um yeah, you can totally be a model. Do you only sew for one size? No, I do. I'm a custom tailor. I'm a seamstress. Actually, that's what I did. 25 years. I only did one of ones for 20 years, and that's why I ended up coming out to Bali because even though it was really fun to make my art, it wasn't really sustainable. So I came out here to make sustainable clothing because I can't tell people to make better choices in purchasing their fabric if there's not available options for people to purchase sustainable clothing. So I spent 3 or 4 years and it was like a lot to make things because I like to do really elaborate, like avant-garde, like for performers and festivals and costumes. I like to bring people stuff to life. Um, I do all kinds of stuff. I do all kinds of stuff, all different types of body types. Um, you can see like in the information box, if you check out the page Heartwares, you can see a lot of the different stuff that I've created, gowns and stuff like this. I was making a lot. I had a boat and I was sewing everything. I had like 4 or 5 machines on my boat and I was sewing everything by solar for quite some time. Um, so yeah. Yeah, stay resilient. That's exactly the earlier outfit. Oh yeah, you guys did see I was wearing my other top today. It was like a halter top, but I fucking got it's covered in what do you call it? It got wet because it's fucking raining outside and It's like covered, and I pick up my cat. It's just like it's looking like a Harry and the Henderson. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought about that too. I was like, this isn't that cute, but it's really comfortable, and I just want to put it on. Um, tomorrow, I'll wear something awesome. I'll show you guys. I'll show you something awesome, Cole, because you haven't been here that long, so you didn't see. If you go back to some of my videos from last year, I did like almost 90 days. I think like 90 days. Yeah, I think like 90 days straight, like 3 months straight, where every day I would wear something different from all the different lines that I made, and I would explain the thing that I made, and I would style it and do all this stuff, and I was doing it in my tarot reads. But yeah, I probably started that about almost a year ago, probably like 10 months ago or something like that. But I did a full like 90 days or 100 days of all of the pieces. Cole, you would really like it. And every day it was just like this whole different style, and everybody was tripping out. But that's what I like to do, right? Stylist. So what I was talking about, yeah, the dye. So this was like black, and it's like to create the gray is like a different, like a stone washing and all this other stuff, right? So there's different. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's a good sample for like what the gray scales can be, right? That's what I look at it as. This is like grayscale example, kind of, just like dyeing things and trying things, and this is obviously like not the best one. Um, the hood was sewn all the way around, and they don't really do good, even though it looks better as a finish. It's like too tight. There's something, it has to come, they can't be together. They have to be slightly separated, and they have to come down a little bit different. But whatever. Samples, right? That's what I like, wearing samples, because I don't have much shit. Oh, I mean, I have like my whole space is filled with fucking handmade clothes and materials and machines, but I'm like, I don't have anything to wear. I'm like the worst. Oh, it's so funny. Uh, yeah, I make everything. So where would I go? I would be going out to work, going to do some work. Um, yeah, you're in a studio too. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm like. Okay, guys, like I don't want to unpack. Like you guys don't understand. Like I want to because I want to start making things. I was like, oh, I should just be making things, and I'll just like sit here in this little studio. And that was the initial space, the initial part of the space is so I could have all the machines and stuff set up and be using them. And I was making some stuff, but yeah, it's like in order for me to do it, like I have to literally like rearrange the whole room, lift up the bed, put the bed out, and fucking bring down the bins, and then set up. Like I don't really have my proper desk or table to sew on, so I'm on this little thing, and it's kind of like it's not so fun. Um, yeah, you're in the studio too. Yeah. And so yeah, both of my parents are still alive. When I try to write my father was like, dude, I'm in a third world country. Like I am boiling tap water. I'm fucking starving. I haven't eaten in like 2 weeks. Like I'm like, I really need help. And you know what it told me? Oh, I'm remodeling my house again. I'm super fucking broke. Like you really need to sort your shit out and get yourself back on your feet, I think. And I'm just like, these motherfuckers. Like I built my fucking car. I put myself through 3 different fucking colleges. I worked 5 fucking jobs to do it. And I've paid for all of my shit all the way along the way my entire life. And like for me to actively call somebody and be like, I am starving and hungry and I need water. I'm in a third world country and I'm sick and I'm not doing good and I need help. Can you please just lend me money? Not give me money. Can you lend me money for like 3 to 6 months? I'll sort it out. I promise. Oh, I'm broke. How are you going to tell somebody that's starving, your own fucking child? If you're broke because you're remodeling, you're in the process of remodeling your house. You can't even spare fucking 25 or $100. Like the fuck are you talking about? I'm literally at this point, Heidi, where I was like talking to the attorney the other day because when I found out after the accident and stuff, I found out a couple of years ago when I went to Thailand that I have this cerebral cavernous malformation that sits here. And it was acquired from repeated head injury and trauma from physical abuse, physical head trauma between the ages of 6 to 12 is what my neurologist told me about a year and a half ago. And it really fucked me up because I realized, like, yeah, it was my mother's husband, stepfather, and stuff like this, and my brother always fucking hitting me, always here. And even when I was small, I remember when I was 6, I have this scar here, and it's from my brother and these kids, these rich fucking kids, throwing fucking rocks at my face. And my mother scolded me the whole way because I ruined my new outfit with blood. Did they get in trouble? No, I got my ass beat. And then when I got to the hospital, it was like, you better be quiet or I'll give you something to cry about. And all I can remember, and this is when I was like fucking 6 years old, right? All I can remember is like, I had to be quiet. And all I can remember is the nurse being like, "You're so strong. Not even a peep out of you. You don't even cry. Wow, you're so strong. Like, do you need a painkiller?" And my mother's like, "No." She would never let them put me asleep. She would never let them give me the painkiller. She would never, like, she was like torturous to me, like literally torturous to me. And I got scolded the whole way there. I got my ass fucking beat. My new clothes got ruined and I got fucking in trouble for it because they threw rocks that busted my face open and they wouldn't stop throwing them at me. So I couldn't go and stop the blood from bleeding and it got all over and I ruined my new outfit before school started. And I was fucking ostracized for that. And I wasn't allowed to say anything because the kids that my brother was playing, because of everything, and this is how far back patriarchy has been failing me, is that women are meant to be seen and not heard. You can't cry. You can't make a sound. Don't you dare fucking say what happened to you. Don't you dare tell somebody that the man hurt you. Don't you dare tell somebody that your brother fucking punched you in the face. Don't you dare. And that's literally how far back. I was literally like, that's why I didn't tune in for a few days, because I was like going to go on and share this whole story about Mother's Day and why some of us don't talk to our parents or our mothers or our families because they're super fucking toxic and because they perpetuate this bad patriarchal bullshit, right? That kept us down, especially if we're women or girls, right? It's like every time I had an abusive partner, and I tried to tell my mom, "Oh, I need help and this and that." And it's like, well, what did you say? Well, what did you do? Even when they try to fucking strangle me and bury me in the side of a mountain, it's like, well, you probably said something that pissed them off. Not, "Oh my God, are you okay?" No, 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 no. What did you fucking say? You probably had that coming. Like, that's how brainwashed, that's how programmed in the patriarchy has been. That's why it's been like every time I've needed something, I'm afraid to ask for fucking help. Even my friend was like, "Are you good though? Is that like enough for you? Is that just to pay your bill?" And I was like, "It's just to pay my bill." And he was like, "Are you good? You need more money?" I was like, "I could use like 25 or 50 days." He sent me like 100. He's like, "Girl, like, please, can you feed yourself?" Like, and I had to break down and tell him, "I'm sorry. Like, I never asked for anything because I've been systematically denied my entire life. The reason why I don't know how to ask for money or help because nobody ever fucking has showed up or provided it for me." And that's what I'm saying is, if I have to go out, right? Like, it's not even that much. For instance, it would be like, let's say like 5 to 7,000 USD for me to rent a house for an entire year here. Like, you're telling me you can't lend somebody like 5,000 for a fucking year to get on their feet so they can get their job and that whatever. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. That's like 2 months. It's like a month or two of rent in fucking America and California. It's crazy. But whatever, it is what it is. So in the end of the day, where I'm at is, I'm like, okay, if I have to take a job because I can make a lot of money and come back and keep myself safe, then that may be the move that I have to make. Under this Taurus new moon is about creating that longevity, that sustainability for ourselves and not just for our home environment, for our safety, for our security. And it's like, I can't feel safe or secure. I can't feel like my life's work is safe or secure, like if it's not in a safe place where it's protected, right? Like I have to be here all this time just to make sure that there's no fucking leaks or other weird shit, and have the people keep coming back to make sure, because there was a leak that fucking ruined my other phone. And I just have to do that because it's all clothing and materials and machines and stuff. So it's a really interesting scenario, and it's not what I necessarily want to do, but also as being in a sustainable state of healthy masculine and feminine energy, I also understand that, like, nobody's coming to rescue anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if no one even came to my house after I was hit and ran over by a truck, not even, like, okay? Like, that's how I ended up with my ex, psychopath. That's how I ended up with him. He's one of the only people that checked in on me multiple times a week. He's the only person that actually came all the way down to my villa to make sure I was okay, physically, to see me and check on me. So, fuck me, even if the whole thing was a whole fucking setup and a whole fucking charade that my family planned out to block me from this other thing coming through, and they brought him in and they did all of this shit and they set the whole fucking shit up in order to off me, in order to collect this fucking money that doesn't belong to them, that belongs to me. It is what it is. But the reality is I have so fucking neglected of love and care and nurturing and just another human that actually gave a fuck, that even when the psychopaths and the sociopaths are trauma bonding or mirroring back the love that they're receiving that they've never gotten, that something feels real. It felt more real. Like, I can still say, and it's fucked up, in the end of it all, I can still say that that person may, even in their fucked up brain, even through all the addiction and the demons jumping and all the weird shit, like, that person still probably had shared more love with me than probably anybody else in my life. We healed a lot of things together. We were able to be each other's parents, each other's siblings, each other's we really did a lot of trauma work together. It's just he didn't want to keep going. And for me, change is the only constant. We have to keep evolving. Evolution is all that there is, right? It's why I'm here. So I feel that it's fucked up, and this is our system, and this is how we've been programmed. And when I realized that actually a lot of people were like, no, we weren't, like, our family wasn't like that. Like, we didn't get our ass beat for dumb shit. Like, we didn't, like, our mother never hit us. Like, it was never. And I'm like, oh, what? Excuse me? Oh, your mother didn't mentally and verbally manipulate you? They didn't do weird shit? Oh, that's strange. Really? How was that? And so what happens is we tend to normalize things that seem normal to us, but are actually very far from normal. And again, this is all part of the programming. And whoever was talking about this before is people don't understand love. It's like they want to. I feel it within the collective. They want to. Like, that's what people want more than anything. But we've been sold this commercialized version. We've been sold this monopolization of what we want. We've been sold this quick dopamine hits so we can get attention, so we can get the likes, so we can get the whatever, right? It doesn't matter. Like, people are like, well, if you just made your videos 20 or 30 minutes, a lot more people will watch them because an hour and a half is too fucking long. Like, I don't really care. You watch what you want to watch. It's not my fucking problem. I'm the messenger. Don't fucking shoot the messenger. Take the message that comes from the messenger that is meant for you, not all the other shit. You know what's meant for you when you're tuning into yourself. And at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck because I'm here and I'm real and I'm not AI and I'm speaking to people like real fucking people. And this is why people can appreciate. This is why people love and hate truth tellers, because it's just innately in our being. It's our job. We come here to share the truth. We come here to spread the light and the truth. Is it going to make many people uncomfortable? Yes, it will make many people fucking uncomfortable because life begins outside your comfort zone. When you sit in that comfy little spot and you don't ever challenge anything that's wrong, you are being complacent. And this is how the demonic forces are controlling everything. Not everything, but this is how they're trying to take control over everything. Because here's what happens: you are signing a contractual agreement by not saying, I do not consent. You have to not consent. You have to say, I do not consent to pedophile, baby eating, sick fuck, megalomaniac bullshit. I do not consent to killing children. I do not consent to raping them. You actually have to speak out. There is no neutral ground in this. Because when you know that all this crazy, gnarly shit is going on, and you just choose to look the other way or be like, well, it's not my problem. I'm still going to keep going to work for these sick fucks. Like, it is your problem because you're already either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. And when you don't actively say, I do not consent to this, what happens is you are actively saying, I consent. I'm okay. Because they showed you. They showed everybody that all this sick fucking shit is going on. And what is anybody doing? So anybody who is not speaking out against it is in compliance with it. This is how the deletes, this is how the reptilian, this is how the demonic forces and vampiric energies take over, because your lack of disregard or your acceptance of compliance to what is. So yeah, at some point, it's not about if you're political or if you're spiritual or if you're fucking white or black. It doesn't matter. That none of that matters. What matters is, as a galactic being, as a human being, as a fucking conscious being, I don't want people to be raped or hurt or killed or eaten. That's cannibalism. That's weird. That's dark shit. We don't need to go there. I rebuke and I remove and I cancel and I retract any and all agreements. And this is what people need to say. Say it to yourself, even if you say it every day. I rebuke, I retract any and all agreements that I may have made or that may have been made without my consent or with my consent, any realm, place, space, time, dimension. I rebuke them. I want to be a sovereign, free, organic intelligence. Because if you don't start visualizing the future and if you don't start saying, I don't concur with this, then you are in agreement. There's not, you don't have to vote yes to be on the yes vote. Either you're saying no, bad, 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 not okay, or you are agreeing to it. There is no, you don't have to check yes. You either actively say no, not okay, or you are agreeing to it. You're in concurrence. And this is how the elites fucking harvest the energy. This is what they're doing. So just a good practice. And I know I keep saying this, but New Brain keeps fucking forgetting because it's hard when we're in survival mode, when your nervous system is dysregulated, when you're in a state of survival, when you're in a state of, I need to worry about where money is going to come from, where I'm going to go, where my kid's going to go, who's going to watch my kid, if I have to go out, if I can just go out for 3 to 6 months to do the job, or if they're going to say you're going to be out for a year. I also don't know because US considers me fucking domestic terrorism because I like to tell people information. So they might actually say, and then what? So then I might just be out on a boat for a fucking year or 6 months or somewhere else until I figure out what the next phase is. And these are all things that I have to be okay with. because I don't know, like, I don't know that I can't trust or rely that anybody else is going to ever help me or save me or protect me or keep me safe because nobody has. In the past 40 years of my fucking life, nobody has but me. Nobody. So, what would you do? What would you do? Would you, I mean, I still am going to pray. I'm still going to pray and be grateful and show my gratitude every day, but I'm also going to be aware, right, that the universe says when you are given, when you're going to be receiving certain jobs or offers or things like this, and it's going to be a lot of money and it's going to be good. And it may not be the be all end all, but it may be the first step. And the way that I see it is I'm okay. Like if I go and work on a boat, if I go and work on boats, like I'm okay. I spent fucking 5 or 6 years as a captain out at sea. Like I had a fleet. I'm basically like an admiral. I had a fleet of boats. I used to build boats and sail all around, you know? Um, so for me, all it would do is like redock my sea time, right? I would just like not go backwards, but I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just go and finish doing the work to get my master captains, and then I can drive big boats because we might need to be going off the land at some point. You know, we don't know because, like, whatever the structures of the governments or whatever, I know federal maritime and admiralty law. I understand that this is above law of the land. I understand that being a ship vessel captain or operator is fucking tits McGee, right? So I don't look at it as negative. I look at the fact of having to put my creative projects on hold any longer. That pisses me off. But then I also look at the fact that the last 3 years after I got hit and ran over by the truck and left on the side of the road for dead, um, that it's just barely been 3 years. It's just only been 3 years and a month or something like that since that happened. And I've spent the last 3 years really hardcore healing. So it's not that I didn't want to finish my project. It's that they've been keeping this spell work on me to never be able to finish or complete something and to just keep me kind of squeezed. And so what I see, an offer that I was given is really beautiful, and there's a lot of money to be made, like a fucking lot of money, like enough that can set me up for, a year to 5 years to just be able to do whatever I want to do, to take care of myself or to create my art or to do whatever. Now, does that mean it might take 6 months to 3 years time in order to do that? Yeah, maybe. Does that mean it takes me away from things like doing this and creating art and the place that makes me feel safe and at home, like, and my fucking kid? Yeah. And that makes me really fucking sad because this cat has had taken better care of me than any human ever has in my entire life. That's pretty fucking sad. That's pretty sad. I mean, I'm grateful. I cry about it like literally every other day because I realized like I trained this thing as it was a really small thing and it learned what I need and how to take care of me. Yeah. It was crazy when I didn't have money to buy food. She kept fucking being like, I need more food. And I was like, I don't have more food. I can't give you more food. Like, I'm out of money. I can't even buy you more food. But she didn't want the food. She wanted me to eat. It was her way of saying, you need to eat. And it was like terrible because I couldn't convey to her that I didn't have the money to buy food to eat. It's not that I didn't want to eat. It's not that I was forgetting to eat because I have a fucking brain injury. It's that I physically couldn't. And so where I hold space is for my parents that maybe were in that situation, but they put themselves in that situation. Both of their parents had plenty of money. They were very spoiled growing up, very spoiled, very fucking spoiled. So the fact that I've had nothing is bullshit. It means that they've either exacerbated all of the money They got left, or they've just been treating me like a fucking. And that's why I say I don't even know if that woman birthed me. I don't even know if I was birthed from her vagina. I had a lover for a long time, Forrest. He would say that. He went there and he was like, she can't be that bad and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, fine. One day I was like, fine. You want to go? Let's go. Let's go stay. Let's go stay the night at her house. He was like, well, she has 2 extra rooms and you can't fucking stay there. Why are you homeless? And I was like, why not? Let's go ask her. Let's go ask her. Because she lets every other fucking kid and every other person's kid and every other fucking random person off the street can come and stay there. But not me. I never done anything. I never stole anything. I never got arrested. I never got fucking caught on some fucking drugs or doing weird shit. Like, no, no, no. They just literally treat me like fucking Cinderella. They always have. My friends used to joke about it when I was a kid. They used to call me Cinderella because I couldn't go out to play because I had to be doing all of the chores before I could do it. While everybody else was out playing, including my brother. But yeah, he said when he went over there, he was like, "Are you sure that you came from that woman's vagina because she does not act like it. I have never seen something like this." Like he was appalled. Like he couldn't even stay there. We didn't. It was pouring fucking rain. It was like a terrible storm, like it is right now. We had nowhere to fucking stay, and he was like, "I'm fucking leaving." He was like, "I can't live like the way that she fucking calls you in your name." He's like, "No wonder you hate your fucking name. No wonder you hate your life. No wonder you hate these people. Who are they? What are they?" Like it was so like he was like, "You didn't," but he was just like, "You didn't come from her fucking vagina. Like, there's no fucking way." Like, I'd never seen a mother. Like, I had everybody else's mother calling me after the accident, being like, "Where is your mother? We would have been there in fucking 48 hours max." I don't know. You want to call her and ask her? Where's anybody? I have fucking 20 adult people that mostly work online, but nobody could come to help me. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't eat. I couldn't shower. I couldn't lay down. I was fucked up completely. It was really, really bad. But yeah, in the end of the day, this is where the Taurus moon is really asking us, where is our safety and our stability? And I'll tell you right now, it doesn't exist there. Like I'm having to just be okay with the fact that maybe I don't have a family until I create a new one. And that's something I'm making peace with, right? As much as I tell you stories and I get worked up and whatever, like I made peace with it. I blocked them years ago and I try to go back and have a conversation with them last year after I found all this out after Christmas and all this shit because my father's fucking wife wouldn't let me come there because she was remodeling last year when I flew to the other side of the world to go there for Christmas. They didn't have space for me all of a sudden. Fucking cute, right? Anyways, the point is I went there to my mother's house and I wasn't supposed to go there, and her husband was just like drunk and on pills, and I ended up leaving there with like 1.5 black eyes and a fractured fucking hand, and I just wanted to get the fuck out of there, and I was like, wow, like I told them all this stuff has happened and it came from fucking repeated head trauma as a kid, and I try to ask like what happened, and then it's like then they just re-inflict the state and fucking hitting me in the face, like giving me another fucking black eye here, and they like that's the kind of shit. Like it's only been a year, y'all. It's only been a year since I went back to America for the first, and that was the most traumatic shit I ever experienced. More than getting hit and run and being by myself, surviving, having to crawl on the floor, pissing and shitting on myself because I couldn't make it to the bathroom. Like fucked up shit, bro. Fucked up shit. That was less fucking traumatic than going back to America with those people. So as we come into this safety and stability space, it's about all of our relationships, how we're treated at work, how we feel about the job that we're doing, how we feel at the place or the position. Like for me, I don't feel good in survival mode. Now, I may have lived a lot of my life in survival mode, but the thing is, is like, I don't want to be in survival mode anymore. I don't need to be in survival mode anymore. I have too many talents and skills and all this stuff. But because all these people fucked up all of my shit, I have to figure out some way to make a substantial amount of money to start new accounts, to get a new phone. Like they canceled they closed my accounts, they canceled my phone lines, they fucking hacked all of my shit. Like what am I supposed to do? I can ask for help and I can uh, give all of my energy and all of my time and do stuff and people just fucking troll. So, you know, that's great. Like this reading today, amazing. Oh, amazing. We get a house and a fucking creative studio. Great. I fucking saw them. So can you fucking send somebody with a key or with a letter? Or can you fucking come over here and pick me up? Or how does it work? Because I'm pretty sure like where we live in this country that it's not very hard and it's like less than $5 to send a fucking taxi to pick somebody up and to bring them somewhere. So even if you're unavailable to come to where I'm at, like there should still be the option to say, can I send you a ride? But I'm sorry, like when you and all of your friends and all the things block me, even though I know that they're blocking and hacking and doing all the shit to my devices, and maybe it was you and maybe it wasn't you, I don't really know. What I know is I've had enough fucking trauma for fucking hundreds of lifetimes in this one lifetime, and I'm fucking tired. And I'm tired of being fucking scared. And I'm tired of having to go outside and look over my fucking shoulder all the time and know that people are always fucking watching and gang stalking and taking pictures and fucking with my bike and doing weird shit. So, like, no, you're not going to see me frolicking about because I'm in survival mode. So, if you're a whole motherfucking man and you claim to be a man, any fucking men out there. Like, honestly, I'm fucking done almost with every fucking man, even my man friends, bro. Like, I was fucking struggling and nobody give me a fucking $100. Nobody could buy me a fucking room for a month for $100 fucking $150. No fucking dude that I knew could provide anything unless they got some type of fucking sexual favor. Shame on all of you, every fucking one of you, sick fucks. And that's what I'm saying is if this other person actually built this shit for me and they have something to give me, come and fucking pick me up and take me to it and give it to me like a fucking man. I'm not going to go fucking running and be like, is this for me? Fuck you. Because all it has been for me is a bunch of rigmarole, running around bullshit, and a bunch of people lying and deceiving and bullshitting me my entire fucking life and being manipulative and abusive. So unless somebody shows up or fucking calls me on a video call and I see them and I know it's them and I know it's not some fucking AI and it's nice and makes me feel safe and nice, then no, I'm probably going to go on a boat and stack a bunch of money and then either figure out like maybe Indonesia lets me come back, maybe they don't. I don't know. I've been researching a lot of things, right? Like there's different places. Like I can learn Spanish and go live in fucking Spain. I can go study Italian and go back and live in Italy. I would love that. Like I can put my shit in a shipping container and go produce it somewhere else. It doesn't matter. Like that's what I've been while I've been off this last week or two, whatever. That's what I've been doing. I've been sitting and meditating on what's best for my security and my safety because I'm not receiving it from fucking any exterior place. So unless it magically just somehow fucking shows up from an exterior source and starts providing for me, like I'm going to make sure that I have a backup plan and another plan so I'm not being sex trafficked or groomed or handled anymore because it's not fucking fair. Because I'm not tits in a fucking pussy. It's just part of my anatomy. And shame on every fucking body. Shame on everyone. Someone's asking for fucking like $200 a month of the baseline survival, and someone can't help them out for a month or 3 months or 6 months. Nobody? No. That's not because I'm not amazing. That's because people are haters. It's not because I don't have skills or something to offer. I'm fucking overqualified. So fuck it. You know where I've always been protected? On the ocean. Why? Because I fucking channel the queen of all of the seas. I'm great. I'm great when it comes to being on boats. I can fucking control the water and work with the storms. Because safety to me is security. It's not wondering if I have family or friends or home or safety or security or if someone's lying behind my fucking back or straight to my fucking face. Because I've had fucking enough of it. So either someone shows up, literally this, what's the fucking date? I already missed the first fucking boat, which would have paid me a lot more. But I'll tell you what, if something doesn't happen like in the next like 3 days, that's my next move. You know, I'm trying to find, like, I've been on a mission trying to find somewhere for my kid to go. If I wasn't going out to a fucking boat, I'd figure out a way to take her. But in order for me to take her, I have to go all the way to fucking, have to drive her all the way to Jakarta for her to fly out of Jakarta. And I don't have that type of time and energy and financial resource in that many days. It's days. That will take like 3 days, 5 days plus. Um, you know? So I'm doing my best, but the reality of the situation is when you're one person and you're tired and you're exhausted and you're like a Heyoka empath and you feel every fucking thing happening in the world, like the best thing I can think to do is to put myself in a better situation, like stability financially and all of these things. Because then I wouldn't have all these other problems. Then I'd just be able to fucking pay all the people. I'd be able to bring in all the models that I want and fucking pay them to do all of my photo shoots and then do that and let all of that just fucking take care of itself. That's how I look at it. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the stability. Because I'm sick of having an unstable life. And it's not because I'm unstable. It's because I've never had a stable living situation. And the first time I ever experienced stable living situation was here when I came to Bali because I could actually just afford to pay for my own fucking place. To have my own villa, to have my own house, to have my own. This is the shittiest. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this space because it's providing me a lot that I need right now. But literally, this is the shittiest space I've been in 6+ years. So I look at it like this. I can turn in all these fucking people and cash out and take off for sure. 100%. Or I can let the lawyers keep collecting evidence and do what they're doing, and I can just fucking go and make my own fucking money and not care if that does or doesn't pan out because I won't be relying on it. So while they're doing all of that, it takes time. It takes time to prosecute and do all this stuff, especially because there's multiple different types of attorneys. Multiple different types of attorneys because we're dealing with a lot of different types of shit here. So You know, for me, I don't want my life and my immune system to be, my nervous system to be so fucking fried out from all of this shit anymore. It's already been going on. And by what I can understand is they've been on this shit for like 5 years. For what I can understand is the whole thing was a fucking setup. All of it. All of it was a setup. And I'm just trying to understand. And then I'm like, do I really care? Is this person, was he doing it to all these other people? Or was it his ex-girlfriend that was doing it to all these other people? And then they just turn it around on her because they got sick of her being fucking a sick, murdering fuck. I don't really know. It's a whole group of them. It's an entire group of them. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I watched one episode because somebody told me that me and my ex look like the people from the show, and I was like, what? But it's a really dark horror show, and it's called The Serpent. If you guys have seen this on Netflix, I haven't really watched it. I watched one version, the first whatever, the first episode, and that's basically like what it is. It's like these people that and this is, reptilian draconian order. They cannot create, they can only duplicate, or they can only imitate. They cannot create, they're not creators. They're not from this. They took over someone else's body, they hopped someone else's body, so they can only imitate. They can only reflect or project or imitate. They cannot create. And so now that I'm learning more, what I understand is that's why they're feasting on the creators and the life force energy and sexual energy and chaos energy, because they can't create. And that's why they've been taking out all of these amazing artists and designers and all of this stuff after all the years. I have a list of fucking like 9 people that were my friends since I've been here. And I realized that they're all being attacked. They're all by themselves. They're all extremely talented. They all have all of their line. They're ready to launch, and then something happens, and then they have a freak accident, and they fucking die. And then all of their stuff just disappears, even though they have fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of product and all kinds of things: gold, jewelry, gems, bikes, vehicles, fucking antiques, everything. And yeah, they just, the sick fuck group just divvies it out between everybody, and then they take the fucking credit, and they collect them, and they choose the person that's going to take the credit, and da 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 da. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I fought to not walk away from my life's work, but at this point, I don't want to fight for my basic life and survival anymore. So if that means I have to make a deal with the lawyer, I'm going to try to make a deal with the lawyer where I can maybe just like go out for a small amount of time and come back and pay a fee. But the thing is like when they stole the passport and they stole the ID and they did all this fucked up shit, like I'm on overstay. So they may make me, by penalty of perjury, whatever, like, right? This is some type of thing. They may make me have to stay out for 1 year or more as some type of a penalty. So I'm trying to become okay with that, because this is a place that I have made my home, even though I moved to a whole nother spot on the island, moved away from all of the community and all of this bullshit, everybody that betrayed me. When all I've ever done is give people fucking art and party and provide things for them and do sessions and heal and show up and support them and go to everything they have ever created, but can't even get a motherfucking like back. All these people have all these spaces, and I couldn't even get, not even a week or a month, could somebody provide me a fucking room? No, 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 no. So for me, I'm not judging this entire country on this shitty ass community of people that just wants to party and get high. I'm not gonna do that. Um, but also like I'm not gonna continue to be be in places or spaces um, where I'm not celebrated, right? Where I'm not appreciated or celebrated, where people are trying to copy me is like, it's fucking stupid. Why would you copy me? Why wouldn't you just come and be my friend? Like, I had a place for 2 years. I invited everybody to come over. We have a fucking music studio. We had a sewing studio. We had all this crazy shit. And like, nobody came to create all this time. Yeah. So I look at it like this. We can do what we can do. And while we're in this energy, in this Taurus energy, it's really about what is going to be that longevity, that sustainability as far as your safety and your security. Taurus is about our our comforts, our creature comforts. So how do we make sure that we have our home? How do we make sure that we have our food provided for, right? This can come down to maybe growing more food. This can come down to maybe creating some type of communal living situation or whatever. I don't know. Each person is, it's going to be different for everybody. But for me, when I look at my sustainability, I know that if I can do this work for a short amount of time and I can make this much money and this can allow me to take a year or a couple years off and actually just do the things I like and take care of myself, then I guess that's what it is, right? If I'm sacrificing 3 months to 3 years to not ever have to be in this space again in my life, then I'm thinking about longevity. I'm thinking about sustainability. I'm thinking about what I have to do. And if I have to be out for 6 months or if I have to be out for a year, how I can get all of the jobs that I possibly can to stack all of the money that I possibly can. So when I come back, I can just buy a piece of land and build my own shit. And then I fucking own that and have a lease for whatever, 30 years or 50 years or whatever. And um, yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like, because as much as I would love to bring people in and have this as like a community thing and be able to do that and do this, like, it's slowly happening. And the reality is, I think it will begin to happen more rapidly, especially as we approach more towards the end of this year. It will happen much more rapidly. Um, but if I have the capacity or availability to not need to be reliant on somebody else for some type of security or safety, it would be it would be ideal for me, right? Like for me, if I let's say if somebody wanted to be in a partnership, in a business or in a relationship or anything else like this with me, like I would be like, cool, like you have to actually provide me a house or a room or something like this, for an extended amount of time that is mine. You know what I'm saying? That is mine. Because if it's mine, then I know you're never going to take that away from me. I know you can never hold that over, because this is what everybody has done to me. My parents and everybody else has done this to me my entire life and fucking pull the rug out from under me like every time when I'm about to whatever. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're just repeating trauma. And I noticed that even getting hit and run over and dragged behind the truck, like that's what they did, because the same thing. They did the same thing. They beat the shit out of me and dragged me behind a truck up in the mountain before they tried to bury me in the side of the fucking mountain. And they're reactivating the same fucking traumas again. So I know it's my fucking family. They're activating the same traumas as when I was a child, as when I was in all these different relationships. So it's people that I've been knowing, because they're reenacting, hitting the face in the same place over and over and over. It's the same thing over and over and over again. So that's pretty fucking sick if you think about it. Like, that's sick. Like, these are sociopathic people who get off on watching someone else suffer. They get off on torturing and watching someone else suffer through life. Yeah, keeping you in a fucking loop and making you think you're fucking crazy while they're siphoning your energy because you're just fucking giving all your life force and like, I don't want to do that anymore. So unless someone has the ability to come and say, listen, I want to help you, I want to support you. Like if I give you this house for a year, or if I give you this place for 3 months or 6 months, like I'm not asking anything back except for you to excel. If someone wants to come in and be my partner or marry me, I'd be like, great. I want my name on the house. Not because I want to fuck you over, because I want to make sure that no one has the ability to fuck me over again, because it's all that has happened. All I've gotten in my life is fucking dicked over. So unless somebody has something better to offer me, like actual safety and security and protection, respectfully, go fuck yourself. That's where I'm at. And that's where we have to be at. It's this boundary. It's saying, you know what? I've known you for 20 years and yeah, you're my friend and yeah, we laugh a lot, but actually we're fucking on completely different fucking planets. And we'll still hang out when holidays and shit come around, but I can't fucking talk to you because you're in fucking second density and I'm over here in seventh. And the mirror neurons don't link. They can't. So I'm not saying I'm better or anybody is above or below, but I'm saying that you have to meet people at your same frequency. And while I tell people this all the time, let's say you have a VIP parking spot, right? But let's say you're letting some fucking trash ass motherfucker park in that spot because they're lazy and they don't want to park across the street. Now, this person that ain't trying to be there, that ain't trying to be with you, is just trying to fucking come in, quick fuck boy or fuck girl shit, or just trying to take something, energy or whatever, they are now in this spot. So let's say this real person, let's say the universe is delivering divine timing and they're making the drive around and they're looking for that. They're like, oh yeah, you just go down the street, make a left, blah, 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 blah. There's a VIP parking spot. You're going to walk right up and you're going to meet that person. And they drive and they fucking spin the block like 10 fucking times and there's no fucking parking spot. They're like, I'm over it. Because you let some dusty ass trash bag motherfucker park in that VIP parking spot. They now took the spot of the actual person. So this is how the universe works. When you say, I'm going to keep dealing with these motherfuckers that talk shit on other people, that's the frequency you're existing at. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. So at some point in time, you have to realize you're above it or you're below it and remove yourself. Yeah. Sometimes people get too deep in over their head and they don't really realize. It's like, and this is part of why patriarchy is fucked, is because people don't, it's like people, it's like they want connection, but they don't. I want connection, I want intimacy, but I don't actually want to have to be accountable or moral. No, you don't want intimacy. You don't want love. You want to fuck. There's a difference. You don't want to give love. You have something that's transactional. I did this for you, so now you owe me. I'm just tired. I'm tired of love being fucking transactional. And like people don't really seem to understand that when your protector, when you're adult, when you're a child, and your safety protector is actually your abuser, it does some fucked up shit in your brain. It reprograms your entire brain. There's nothing you can do about that. When you suffer abuse and manipulation and all this other shit on top of that, because your abuser is actually your safety guardian, yeah, it's fucking scary. And you're not really sure. So when people are like, oh, well, you were fucking with a fucking psychopath, it's like, can you imagine? That's the safest human I've actually ever experienced in my life. Can you imagine? Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that everything that you were taught, everything that you're repeating, everything that you're looping, everything that you were programmed And this is what happens, is it happens in nature and in animals too, is people will go back to the thing, like let's say they were attacked or they were abused or something like that. They will keep going back to the abusers, not because not because they want that. It's a neurological wiring thing. It's a familiarity, and not even like the same familiar hell. It's like because we were taught that psychos were safety. Maybe that's why I keep ending up with fucking psychos, because that's what feels like safe, familiar love. Yeah, I've had a lot to process in the last couple of years. So, Dawn, agree. Alignment at your frequency is important. Don't be tricked by low frequency karmics who say they're in alignment but aren't. Yeah, and that's basically what's going on, is they're trying to. And this is the thing: is not all karmics are intimate. Some of them can be your family. Some of them can be your friends that you've been friends with. You know, like I've had to fucking cut off people that I've been friends with for a long time, not because I fucking hate them, but because I realized that I somewhere along the way allowed them to treat me or to disrespect me in such a manner that it has now become the status quo. I did that. Only that which you allow is that which is will continue. So I can't be angry at them. I can be upset or frustrated. I can express that I don't like this, but at the same time, without it's like there has to be a consequence, not necessarily a punishment, but there has to be a consequence when you do something, when you do a bad behavior, when you do something, there has to be a consequence, because if there's not a consequence to it, then it's just a suggestion. It's not like you can't do that because that really hurts my feelings. Like, oh, thanks for the suggestion. It's like if someone says some fucking sideways shit and you slap the fucking shit out of the face, you're gonna be like, don't ever fucking talk to me like that again. Like it's gonna register. I'm not saying that that's the solution. I'm just saying, like, as an understanding of when when there is a consequence, when there is a repercussion to something, and it's then people might change. But if there's not, if it's like, oh well, I'm really sorry, I'll never do it again, and then you keep forgiving them, then there's no repercussion, which means the lesson is never learned because they don't take it seriously. It's just a suggestion. You're just suggesting it to them because they know you're going to forgive them anyways. And this is the bullshit that we've been programmed in patriarchal society, that if I just say I'm sorry, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Like, I'll just blow it off. Oh, that's not, no, that's not how it works. Accountability. People have to take accountability. And if there isn't a consequence to make people take accountability, then it's just a suggestion and nobody ever learns and nobody ever grows and nobody ever gets there. And that's why we can't stay. It doesn't matter if you've known people for 15, 20, 30, 50 years. All of that doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. What you have to understand is that's great. That's great. Now, there may be things, for instance, I still like some of the same music that I liked 20 or 30 years ago. Does that mean that music's shit and I'm going to stop liking it because I stopped like going to a rave or something? Like, no. It just means I've grown out of this part. I still enjoy these things. But people have to understand, like, you're either consenting. So, for instance, let's say your people are doing weird things. Let's say they're still going to work. Let's say they're working for the man or the organization or for the fucking government or something like that. And you're like, dude, I really love you. But the thing is like, you're co-signing on this baby eating, this cannibalistic pedophilia shit. So, like, actually, I don't want to unfriend you from this, but like, I need to take some space because, like, I don't know that I can exist in the same frequency where someone thinks that shit is okay. If I have another person tell me, oh, well, I liked it better when you were fucking crazy or just making art and being like funny and less political. It's like, well, you know what I like better? When people were all about all their fucking this side and that side politics, but actually doing something that fucking matters instead of just fucking talking shit on each other. Because y'all don't like all this other shit, but nobody's doing nothing about it. You're consenting to it. You're waiting for someone else to resolve the situation. And it's not going to happen. It's just going to escalate. So that's another reason why I'm like, fuck it, I'm just about to bounce, because I don't know what's going to happen. The world is in a weird fucking way right now. And the way that I look at it, yeah, sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone, because that's where we grow. And so we have to understand that growth starts with a little bit of discomfort. And so sometimes people stay in relationships and they're like, oh, well, it's cool. We're just in an open relationship now. We don't really like each other. We just live together and do all of this bullshit, but we're fucking other people. It's like, bro, like, just be real. Just be friends and share a house, or just fucking break up and go with your other people. But like, people don't want to do that. They're like, oh, well, that's work. Like, for me, it's work to fucking fake shit. Like, to fake that I want to stay with somebody, to fake that I want to, like, I had to do that for a week before I got the fuck out away from that fucking psycho kid. And, you know, I had to fake, like, oh, yeah, you're super cool. You're this, you're that, you're whatever. And I could see that the inner way, the inner psychology of this person, very extreme narcissist. And I just was like, oh yeah, well this, and oh yeah, well that. Why? Because I had an option, but I was trying to be kind, to keep, like, to not create conflict, and to do the best to just slowly remove a situation, because when there's too much escalation, then it causes other problems. So anyways, but yeah, I'm tired of doing that. Like, I don't get, like, nobody's paying me. Like, when I worked at hotels and, like, when I worked at the Hilton and stuff, like, sure, I was getting paid. I got paid. I got lots of fucking tips. I got paid enough to sit there and be happy all day, regardless of the shitheads that came to my face. It was easy. So, you know, that's the whole thing. So yeah, anyways, guys, the best thing we can do right now with all of this energy in the Taurus new moon, is to figure out more sustainable ways to move forward. Figure out who the community, who the people, who does what does whatever, and really start finding our community that way, and reaching out more that way, because I think that this is the best thing we can do for right now. And also starting to find other ways. Like, if you are, you know, if you're working for a corporation or something that's connected to all this, like, start to figure out other ways that you can do something different, because either you're non-consenting or you're consenting, and you don't have to consent to consent. You just have to not be non-consensual. That's it. So yeah, I just want to be in a better position to where, like, I can build something or create something, and then maybe I can have people come out here and do, like, healing retreats and all this stuff. Like, a year and a half ago, I was, like, working with fucking investors to build an entire healing center. And then I try to get this person on board that I thought was my friend that could bring in other people, and they just tried to steal all of my ideas, stole my fucking clothing, stole my shit, and literally tried to take my fucking life and credit for everything that I fucking did. So you never know. Life is like a box of chocolates. When you get that Swiss chocolate, know that that fucking cacao still, but that Belgium and that Swiss cacao still probably came from fucking Indonesia. Not from those locations, because it don't fucking grow over there. But they can take the credit for it all day, right? And that's where we're at. That's what it is. So let's change that. Let's envision something more beautiful and start to change that, because collectively we can manifest it together. It takes more than two or more people to hold a similar vision to be able to achieve. This is how I manifested fucking boats and vehicles and traveling around the world and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I know if there wasn't all this crazy fucking spell work and exhaustion, that I wouldn't be having all of these fucking issues. But it is what it is. So let's pull. It wants me to pull one of these. I don't know why, but we'll pull one of these before I get off. It's just raining and raining and raining, you guys. Healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. Yeah, and sometimes self-care means we don't talk to certain people, right? For me, self-love and self-care sometimes is blocking. Like I've blocked, bro, ever since I was a fucking teenager, 16 or 17, when I bounced, when I left the fucking house, you know, I blocked my mom like the first time for like a year or more. Second time for like 2.5 years. I got a whole nother number and everything, dude. Like, yeah. So we have the chaser and we have heartbroken. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separated, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So what I'm picking up on here, seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Somebody was trying to make healthy choices, then somebody was feeling sad or something like this. Maybe they were feeling like they were the chaser, or maybe they just had a little bit of an issue with, it says codependent, but I'm not really picking up on codependent. What I'm picking up on is this abandonment issue, okay? So abandonment issue, and this is something that runs deep, right? This is why I think I ended up with my last partner for so long, was just due to our narcissistic mothers and abandonment, right? Like abusive abandonment issues. But yeah, someone feels like they might have been chasing, or maybe they were being too codependent, or maybe they're afraid to chase. Maybe they're afraid to come to collective because their fear of abandonment, because they've been heartbroken many times. They're deeply hurt. They're sad. They've experienced a lot of sadness, a lot of separation, a lot of breakup, a lot of feeling lost, a lot of grieving and mourning. Now, some of them, someone could have actually passed on. Okay, this seductress, this queen of, someone could be really sick, like really sick or passing on. Okay, because I'm picking up someone is grieving or mourning very strongly. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. So this third party, I guess we're just gonna keep doing. You guys hear how crazy it's raining outside right now? We're gonna figure out what this is. Okay, for some of you guys, what could be happening is because this person was maybe codependent, or was maybe a chaser, or is used to people being chasers and they're having abandonment issues, they have been working on making healthier choices. They have been healing from this heartbreak, okay? And in the process, they had some type of seduction, or there's been some type, yeah, third-party interference, some type of fuck boy or fuck girl that came in. What is this, the chaser, please? The moon. Can you give me another card, please? The tower. Okay, can you give me one more card, please? Ten of Wands. Okay, for some of you guys, this person didn't want to be honest. Okay, this person was hiding something. This person was either hiding that they were already in a relationship. They could have possibly been For some of you guys, okay, for some of you guys, this person is in this mode of wanting to be the chaser or has been put in the chaser mode. They may have tried to make collective in this chaser mode. They've tried to put you in this chaser mode. They may have lied or created some, they created some type of story or some type of circumstance where they lied. They lied about something and, or they were hiding something. They could have been fucking somebody else, or they could have lied about being with somebody else, or, um, they were fucking somebody else, but they, this is so intense, you guys. They were fucking somebody else, but they lied about it. And then not only did they lie about that, they created a more complex lie where they said that they had fucked somebody else, but didn't actually tell the story. They told, what the fuck? It's like so much fucking work and it's all just fucking coming out. It's all just coming undone. Um, it's like, okay, so let's say somebody cheated on you, right? Somebody cheated on somebody. But when they came and finally told the truth about cheating, they didn't actually tell. It's like collective already knew that they cheated on them because they said no, they didn't do it so many times. They were sticking to that. It's like, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But what happened is they came back and told collective, oh, well, I was working and all this other stuff and this just happened and it just like, it just all happened so fast. And they told them not that they were fucking this other person, but that they hooked up with somebody else. And this story that they told was all a lie. Even though they did do something and it was whatever, the story of how they told you who they hooked up or whatever, that was all fabricated. That was a fucking lie. And the reason why they lied is because they were afraid. They were afraid of the abandonment issue. They were afraid that if they didn't make you chase them, if they didn't create some value and someone convinced them, tell her this, tell them that, and because they're codependent or because they're a chaser or because they're afraid of abandonment or whatever else, if you tell them this, they're going to come running back. They're going to chase you. That didn't work out. The collective burned that shit to the fucking ground. They burned that shit to the ground. Completely burned that shit to the ground. And that's not what they were expecting. And now they're having a hard time because they don't remember all the stories, all the lies, all the bullshit. And while they, instead of just coming out and being like, saying that they were in love or that they were codependent or that collective was their stability and their safety, their beginning and their end, instead of saying that, they didn't. They created all this extra lie, all this extra work, and all of that shit's fucking crumbling down, and all of the lies are coming out. And it's giving them more work that they're having to carry and more hassle from all these other people. And all they wanted to do maybe was create value. They wanted to create value by creating a lie, by lying about fucking somebody else, and then creating a lie about fucking someone else completely to try to make collective want them more and chase them. Yeah, that's fucking psychopathic shit right there, if I've ever heard it. Okay. I'm feeling this is different people. This is different people. What is this, heartbroken? Okay. Someone was hurt, sad. They are feeling lost or they're feeling grieving. They separated. They had some other type of relationship and they're feeling lost because of what they said or what they did, because of all of the lies that they spread, because they wanted to sit here playing victim and say all this lies and all this stuff. First, they were saying that they were in love and they were so happy and that this was the person and that they wanted to be with this person and this person was the happiness. and they were going to defend that to the bitter end. The problem is they didn't. They chose not to defend their happiness. They chose not to stand up, and this is stand up and speak up on someone's behalf, protect them when somebody else or something else came offering. They didn't. They chose to lie. So they told somebody else a lie too, in order to get what they wanted, in order to defend their lies. They may have told this other person, oh, I love you and I want to be with you and all this other shit. And then they may have dumped them. Maybe they dumped them because they found out that it was all a lie, because they were just trying to create jealousy or something like this. For some of you guys, this other third party actually just got sick of the bullshit and they dumped them. And now, while they were trying to do that to them, they did it back to them. And so now they're not grieving or mourning just one, but two, because they're not treating people like people. They're not treating people like people. Healthy choices. Yeah. Whoever's making the healthy choices, whoever chose to make the healthy choices, is starting a new life, getting this wheel of fortune, this self-love, this self-care. Whoever chose to be by themselves and do the work is getting it. What is this seduction? Yep. Yep. So this third party interference, they came in to try to break up this love. Literally. They came in to collect money, to collect love, to get in the middle of this situation, to break hearts, and to end this lovers, to take what wasn't theirs. Also to end you, to end collective. They wanted to off them completely. Whoever this seductress is could potentially be trying to act like they're giving somebody love, and they're going to try to off you. They're going to offer some fake love shit, and they're going to try to off you. They're going to try to stab you in the back, because it's like what I'm picking up on is like, um, it's like they were trying to get into some fucking cool kids club. They're trying to get into some fucking elite something, right? And the way that it was is the family said, okay, you can come into our thing if you block this union from happening. If you block this union from happening, it's like I'm hearing that song, Dead or Alive. Dead or alive, dead or alive. And I'm wanted, wanted, dead or alive. So, yeah, collective. The family offered this King of Wands money to walk away from you, and to other people to abandon you, to put you in this heartbroken state. They thought that you would be in a heartbroken state. They thought that you would be in a state of abandonment, a state of fear, a state of codependence. And they thought that you would be so sad and so hurt and so grieving and so mourning that you would have nothing else to do than to submit to this subduction, either whether it was from somebody else, the third party, or to go back to this third party. They're going to jail. They're going to have to pay a lot of fucking money. Yep. They're going to be working for you. They may have lost their job. So someone's speaking up. Okay. Someone's speaking up on this. This could have been someone that you worked with. Could have been someone that they worked with. They made the decision. Someone made the decision because they realized that, okay, so here's the justice coming in. Okay. People are going to be over emotional. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. What's going to happen is whoever these people were, these seductresses, these fucking Jezebels, or this ex-lover or family, whatever, they're gonna try to pretend like they care. Someone's gonna try to pretend like they still love somebody, blah 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 blah, all this other shit. But honestly, they're working against them. They're completely working against them. This is all a ploy of seduction. They're gonna come in and they're gonna sell them out. So what's going on now is all these people that were working together now are realizing they're not getting this. They're not getting this. They're not getting this wheel of fortune. They're not getting anything in return. They're all getting time. They're not getting their happy ending. They didn't manage to break the happy ending because it's still going to happen. They may have managed to spread some fucking disease, for sure. The high priestess called that. She called that out. Yep. Someone out here spreading some disease with the D, with the DV, some sexually transmitted demons and diseases. Someone's going to come in and call everybody out. Someone that they work with. And why are they going to do it? It's someone that you work with that's going to fucking call everybody out. Someone's going to snitch, or multiple people are going to start snitching on each other to lower the time or the sentence, is basically what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Because they don't have the money to pay. Because all these people already collected money. Now they owe it back, plus tax, plus interest, plus losses, plus. Yeah. Someone's going to hang them out to dry. Now these are people that they're trying to figure out, what is this? Yeah, ultimate judgment. Third party fucked up. So the third party is going to, it's like the first one to speak. Normally the first one to speak loses. In this case, the first one to speak lowers their time in jail, in prison, or their sentence. And so people are just going to start to turn people in because they're going to realize that actually that's the only way they're going to shorten their time. These people, because they operated in a group, it's considered organized crime syndicate. So they may lie, but they got all the receipts on that. They got all the receipts. They got all the words, all the receipts, all the emotional responses, all the lies, all the secrets, all the manipulation, all the people talking, all the shit. They have it all already. Like there's nothing these people can do to get out. Yeah. Many of them are going to be facing the death penalty. Again, if somebody tries to off themselves instead of receiving their actual judgment, they will end up like this. They will end up like a paraplegic. They will end up like in a hospital bed. They will end up in a loony bin. They will not end up offing themselves. Yeah, they won't be able to physically do it. It's like there's, yeah, they're out of options. The only options that these people have is to start maybe turning in other people to try to lower their sentence because they're all looking at 5 to 15 years. And fucking Hotel K, bitches. That's fucking Kirobicon prison out here. Shit's rough, bro. Shit's rough. Also, kind of another reason why I might be leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, after all this shit goes down, whether it's me or everybody else telling on everybody else, it doesn't really matter. I want to be physically safe. I want to be physically safe, and until all these fucking parasitic scum that fucking try to go against me are gone, locked up, far away, and all their shit's come down, it is what it is. Yeah. Any more messages for collective? What is this tower? What is this tower? Somebody's work or business is going down. Yeah. Family was secretly involved. Not your family no more. Like that. Not your family anymore. Not your family anymore. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's a, I don't give a fuck if it's a game. I don't give a fuck if it's a show. I don't give a fuck if it's a movie. I don't give a fuck. Like, this is my real life that y'all are fucking with. This was really me having to boil fucking tap water just to fucking not die in a third world country while people are over here fucking recording it to make a show or a movie, watching me fucking starve. That's some sick fuck shit. That's some fucking megalomaniac, pedophile, cannibalistic, sick fuck, manipulating, sociopathic shit. To sit back and watch somebody like it's a show when they're withering away and starving. Like, it's sick. So, yeah, in the end of the day, Heidi, Cole, Dawn, everybody, whoever's still here or not here, because I'm just on some fucking rant. But whatever, I don't care where I'm at. Welcome to my show. So, anyways, how I feel about it in the end of the day is like if somebody wants to, um, if you want to share love or show love or express love, um, you know, and I was talking about this before when people proposing to people in front of a bunch of other people, like, who are you doing it for? Who did you create all this art for? Is it for all these other fucking cocksucking artists? Who did you build that house for? Pretend to build it for me? Just to torture me? Just to say fuck you? I don't love you, I don't want you, but I just want you to go fucking crazy so I can cash in? Cause I seen it. I saw my family was building that shit too. Just like the flowers they made on that fucking casket. Seen it all. And I'm not fucking stupid. I know all the mothers were fucking involved. You ain't no mother. Ain't no mother of mine. That's for fucking sure. Anyways, guys, stay strong. There is a beautiful new partnership or love that is actually coming in. Um, but yeah, these karmics are crashing out, bro. You probably called this out too. You said you're gonna get some type of weird sexual disease from being a Jezebel, and y'all are gonna go down. And they didn't fucking believe you before, but they sure as fuck believe you now because people are sick. People are sick and dying or have some weird type of disease. They're losing their money, they're losing their house. And again, when people make apologies, just like when people make an engagement, just like when people profess their love or ask somebody to marry them or whatever else, like this is something like, who is it for? Who are you doing it for? Who the fuck are you doing it for? Who the fuck did you make the art for? Who the fuck did you build the house for? Who the fuck are you making the proposal for? Who the fuck are you trying to build a life with? Who the fuck are you trying to apologize to? The general fucking public or the person that you hurt? Who did you create everything for? The accolades and the clout? Or for someone that you're actually in love with? because, see, I'm allergic to bullshit. I'm allergic to lies. It's bad. I can't deal with people that fucking lie to me. Like, it's bad. I get, like, I feel like that's the thing that makes me super aggressive is because can feel it and sense it. And when people lie straight to my fucking face, like, and I tell them, don't fucking do it. And then they fucking keep doing it and doing it again and again and again. Like, I want to slap that shit the fuck out of someone's face. Like, slap that lie the fuck out of someone's mouth. Probably because that's what got happened to me a lot. But I didn't lie. I just got this fucking word shit slapped the fuck out of me. But you know, like that's the thing. Like it gets me really, like it makes me really angry. Like don't lie. Like I'm not. I don't. You don't need to lie to me. Better just fucking tell me whatever happened. Cause that's how it is. Like what happened? Life happens. Life is life, and everybody all the time. So better if people can just be honest and say, life be life, and some fucked up shit happened. You're never gonna guess. Or wow, I did some fucked up shit. But it takes a level of character. It takes a level of commitment that most people don't want. They don't want to commit to being honest. They don't want to commit to real connection because that's where I'm at. I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna say everything exactly as I sees it and calls it as I sees it from now on because I'm done. I'm done fucking pretending. I'm done. Like I don't need I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You like it or you don't. Not my fucking problem. Your loss, not mine. Tell you what, everybody in the world will tell you you want to have a Scorpio on your team, not against you. But you know, everybody can do their own thing and bless them. That's it. Bless them. Don't consent. And when you forgive people, know that forgiveness isn't granted access. It's not granted access to re-enter and to re-fuck with somebody. Forgiveness is not that. So understand that when these karmics are doing this crash out, many of them are going to start to do weird shit, like potentially make apologies to everybody online, but they're not making that apology to you. They're making that apology to everybody else because they need a fucking audience. Anybody who requires a backup or an audience doesn't have enough fucking balls themselves. So just fucking chop them off, drop them in the basket, and fucking keep on walking the fuck on. That's where I'm at. That's where the fuck I'm at. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's where I'm at. And the reality is it's gonna be real sad. It's gonna be real sad that people is playing all this fucking game to see how far they can fucking push me. And the next thing you know, they're gonna be like, oh well the game's over. Like, here, we got you all of these things. Congratulations. And I'm gonna be in another fucking country already. I'm gonna be with somebody else doing something else. Because real men want to offer safety and security. Real men want to provide. They don't play a fucking game. They provide safety. It's not that fucking hard. And that's why I say I'm kind of let down and I'm kind of over it. You know what I'm saying? Like all these dudes, like nobody could fucking buy me a fucking meal or a room. I had one chick because I went to stay the night at my friend's house who has like 5 fucking extra rooms, right? And the chick wanted to go there to fuck him, and so she paid for me to get a room somewhere else. She got me a room somewhere else. A woman, 2 times, 3 times, women provided me rooms. I had one nice dude that was a Korean dude that gave me a space, let me stay in his fucking cabin with them for like 2 weeks. We got along perfect. He was a Scorpio, but he also practiced celibacy. So there was never any issues between us because he was never trying to fuck me. The other dudes are like, oh yeah, I got a lawyer. Oh yeah, let me help you out. Oh yeah, let me help you. Let me help you with your business. Let me do this. Let me do that. They were all bullshit. They're all telling everybody that they were fucking sex trafficking me and that they were all fucking me. And nobody ever helped me with the lawyer. Nobody ever helped me with my moving my stuff to safekeeping. Nobody ever helped me get my fucking cat. No, and they didn't help me do shit. They definitely drugged me and tried to rape me and told everybody that I was turning tricks. But you know, so yeah, I ain't going running after any motherfucking nigger ass man. I don't give a fuck what color you are. If a man can't show up to a woman properly and say, can I get a hug? Can I take you somewhere? I like you a lot. Or I don't like you. This is all a movie and we're all just trying to get paid, bitch. Can you just like help us finish the movie or whatever? I don't know. Like, fucking be real, somebody. Because the reality is I don't give a fuck how much everybody's getting paid. Y'all are going to give all of that fucking money to me if you ever want to be my fucking friend or talk to me or see me again. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Because betraying a Scorpio, lying and betraying a Scorpio, there's like no coming back from that. You don't come back from that. You become dead to the Scorpio and the Scorpio disappears and you never fucking see their face or their sense their essence ever again. Never. And that's where I'm at. Never ever get a whiff of that never ever essence. Because what I'm working on now is people to help me put my stuff in a shipping container in case I don't get to come back to Indonesia. So it would suck to build all the stuff for someone to move to Indonesia, to Bali to be with them, and then just they have to go somewhere else just to be able to feed themselves and drink fucking water like a human being. While you're over there taking cash out from their fucking family and every fucking buddy else, living a high life, taking out bitches, drinking fucking champagne. And me and my kid are fucking starving. And you want to talk about you give a fuck? You want to talk about people love each other? You want to talk about people care? You want to talk about being a provider? Let me provide you with a little perspective. Hopefully this helps. Because if I'm not provided with a physical human, an apology, a fucking house, a key, a vehicle, or any fucking thing in the next 3 days, y'all probably not going to see me again. And that whole, what is it? The full moon is coming, right? 21st. And that whole once in a blue moon is going to be the last time people going to be seeing or hearing from me. Never underestimate a Scorpio's power to recreate themselves in some whole other way, in some whole other country, with some whole other look, and just fucking disappear. You ever seen witches in the woods? They ain't going to bother people. They ain't gang stalking motherfuckers. People gotta go on journeys and go to the fucking troll and pay the troll toll and go on the tree and go down beneath to get the fucking witch to get the potion. That's what it's gonna be like. Motherfucker's gonna have to go on a whole motherfucking adventure journey, and maybe I might be home or not by the time they get there. And well, that's just how it is. Time's up. Me, 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 me. Although time might be infinite, my time here is finite, and I'm exhausted, and my body's tired, and it's spent. So, anyways, if you ain't part of my solution, then you're part of a problem, and there's just no other way. And if you ain't causing me to feel love or safety or happiness, you're causing me stress and anxiety because it can't be both. Doesn't matter who it is, whether it's me or you or anybody else. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that here because we've been fucking going on. I've been ranting on and on forever. And yeah, whatever. Now you guys, now you know where I'm at. Now you know when I bounce out or when I disappear, when something happens, like what might be happening. You know, you guys may not see cards. They don't really go well with the water. They survive. They survived the ocean a few times, but I'm not sure I want to chance it again. Maybe I might. I'm not really sure. And that's where I'm at. Is like it's a lot to process to maybe pack up everything that I love in life because I love my kid and my ability to not be someone's trafficked, abused, beaten, hurt, molested, manipulated person anymore. I'm not going to do it. It's been a lifetime doing it. Lifetimes probably. And I just accept it. I just accept that, I probably I was an assassin and I did a bunch of things in a lot of other lifetimes. So I accept the karma of this lifetime if that's what it is, I guess. But yeah. If I just become full-time captain cruising around, and that's what I do. I don't really care. I don't really care at this point. I don't care. I'll be a fucking chef. I'll be a crew hand. I'll be a mate. I'll be a captain. I'll be a skipper. I don't really fucking care. I have the ability to do so many things. All I know is yeah, I might not be able to re-enter this country, and America might not be wanting me to re-enter their country. They can go anywhere from 2 to 10 years. So that pretty much leaves me the sea. So I'll be seeing you later, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, because I really, at heart, in the depths of my heart is as deep as the sea. She be my only love. Anyways, guys, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Remember to manage yourself, especially during Taurus season. Do not get into any form of over gluttony on any levels. Don't be intaking too much of any one thing. Make sure you're spreading it out and go into nature. Taurus is an earth sign, so ground out. Maybe stand in the water and wash, let imagine the water pulling it away. Bury your feet in the sand and imagine the earth sucking the energy out. Um, Sit somewhere where the wind blows and imagine it blowing the energy off of you, or sit and stare, watch a fire, light something on fire, stare into the fire. You can have a nice deep meditation by staring into flames. I love doing it. It's such a weird thing. People always think I'm like on drugs, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm just like in a meditation. Like I'm just, you go straight into the flame, and it's very captivating. Um, but yeah, ground center, find your body, get into your body. Okay, Taurus really wants you to be aware of your body. Okay, your health. Also, like speaking up on behalf of something is like, if you're overworked and it's hurting your body, you need to be like, this hurts. My body doesn't want to do this anymore. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if it's in a relationship, if you're overworking, you're like, I can't fucking sweep the floor every day because this motion hurts. I can't, like, for me, it hurts me to dance for a long, like I broke everything on the right side. People want me to go on hikes and do all this shit and they're like, you're always laying down or sitting, and I'm just like, bro, you have no idea how much excruciating pain I am. You have no idea how much it hurts to sit up, to stand, to walk, to dance. Like, I'm in excruciating pain every fucking day. I got hit and ran over by a fucking truck on a bike. So I'm just good at dealing with things, because when you have no other choice but to die or survive, what else are you going to do? Choices. I guess some people can just kill themselves, but it doesn't work here. They don't let that happen. I don't go until until it's the right time. Somehow that's just how it's going down. So just know, you guys, I'm sending you guys so much love. And I know that there's a lot of shifts and things that are crazy that are happening. And I know even for me to be telling you guys to follow your true passion, your soul, and your heart, and not the monopoly of money or selling out. And it seems like I'm doing it a little bit myself. That's why I've been going back and forth a lot with myself about it. But the reality is I do have a very strong love for the sea and for boating and for being able to circumnavigate. Like, I spent 6 years almost at sea, and I would love to sail around the world. And if it starts, like that's what I look at it at the end. In the end of it all, if the worst comes to worst, like, I get to renew a captain's license, potentially get a master captain's license, and probably have enough money to buy another sailboat, and like just go back and live on a boat with my fucking cat and cruise around, whatever. Or you know what, I don't know, maybe go back and live in Italy. Like, troppo bella. Yeah, very, very beautiful, very nice. People really like my style and my fashion and me. And yeah, that was another place that I went to on this planet that really felt really like home. It was really hard for me to leave there to come here, but I know sometimes we have to fulfill our dreams or our destinies. We have to go for it, right? Because you don't want to regret. And yeah, I would definitely regret if after all this time and effort and energy that this person would be too afraid to say something and lose me again. But I would also regret just flailing in the wind in hopes that they change their mind again or something, instead of securing myself and my safety and my future and my position, because until someone else has provided that for me, I have no other option. Nobody puts baby in the corner. When somebody backs baby in a corner, she starts to throw him. So, anyways, we don't do that. Nobody puts baby in a corner. So, yeah, be careful. Be careful when you create scenarios to make somebody come running back to you, because um, maybe it's less scary to run away and start something new than to return to something that hasn't showed up. You can show up, but it doesn't matter how many times you show up if you're not actually showing up. And for many of you guys, you just have to be okay. Like, You know, that's the state where I put myself in when the full moon in Scorpio, because I have so much scorpionic energy, and this is like the transmutation, the death and the rebirth. And I say, at that full moon, I told myself, like, and I did this whole ritual, and I said, you know, at this point, I'm not going to hold on. I'm going to release this dream back to the ethers, because there's free will. And if this other person doesn't take the free will, if I if I am not everything to them that they are to me, then there's no point anyways, right? There's no point anyways. So um yeah, on the full moon I just decided, you know, I'm I'm releasing it all. That's probably why it's been raining so much, because they felt the disconnect. Because after 12 or 13 years of having faith or belief in somebody or something, you know, it's just like religion, right? It's similar to organized religion, and this is how I've looked at it, right? Faith in a higher power or something above us is that this is like normal. And so I did, and I have, and I've listened to everything, and the download that I got is like, I'm grateful for everything, but if someone doesn't even want to give me closure after all of the fucking trauma that like them and their family and their friends put me through on their fucking property, and that I've been actively working on healing for fucking 13 years, um, then what can you do, right? We don't always get a conclusion. It's not always something we get. And so what I told myself at the full moon is that that's what I was culminating. I was culminating that need to make a decision, because anybody that would spend a decade making you feel crazy or doubting yourself isn't really in support of you. And that's why I just keep coming back to this very interesting spot of like, it's sociopathic behavior. Look at that, 2222. It's borderline sociopathic behavior, because how could you? How could you? And that was at 22. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I just making somebody doubt their own validity, their own sanity, and their own gifts for over a decade. Like I don't feel that that's love. I feel that that's abusive. I feel that that's manipulative. I feel hurt. I feel used. I feel taken advantage of. I feel um like I wasted my time, you know, at the same point I feel grateful because I followed my guidance, and it brought out and created me to be the very best version of myself that I could possibly be. And so for that I'm grateful, and I let that be my conclusion. And I've done that so many years and for so much time, and it doesn't matter But on the last full moon, I really prayed that all of that can be released and that I hold it no longer. And I felt it. I'm going to tell you, I felt it. I felt the disconnect. Now I still feel strong connection to this individual, but I also know that like I've been drawn places all around this planet to people that I have read strings from other lives. So for all I know, just like the last one, just like the last psychopath, like we had ancient lives. I was he was Osiris and I was Isis. I had a fucking intense like we we were lovers on multiple planets and multiple solar systems and multiple lifetimes before we ever made it to this planet. And I couldn't figure out until it was like until we were actually already consoled each other and parting that I opened up a fucking channel and started speaking some crazy alien dialect that I couldn't understand until he repeated it back to me. And then it was very clear. I understood what every fucking word meant after that. It was like translation unhacked. And yeah, our love was one of the strongest. But the thing is it wasn't meant for this lifetime. But that's how energetically sensitive I am at finding these energetic chords or leads, you know? And I know that a lot of the people that I've had or dated, that a lot of the lovers and the people that I've had in my lifetime, I'm super grateful for them because I know that they've all been part of this. We've had different lifetimes and different experiences together. So, in the end of the day, I have to say thank you because maybe, like I said before to many of you guys, not all twin flame unions are meant to come into union. Um, it's about the radical transformation and us stepping into our best versions of ourselves. And for that, I realize I'm grateful. Like, I feel like goal accomplished, goal completed. And yeah, amazing. Great. Everybody wanted to see if I was strong enough to keep subjecting me to the same fucking trauma over and over again. Great. Thank you. And fuck you. You don't know what you're dealing with. You have no idea, and you might never know because that's where the Zoe goes. Like a whole new world. I'm ready for a whole new start, and yeah, I'm not attached to any expectations or outcomes except for something better and safer and more loving and not alone than here because I've spent my lifetime literally alone, even with all these different people I've shared spaces and houses, relationships with. So I'm at a different point. Either someone chooses me fully or I just keep choosing myself fully. And that's okay for me. So anyways, Cole, a mod. Oh, you want to be a mod on the channel? I thought you meant like a mod, like a model. Mod or model? You have to come back to me on that. I don't know if you're here anymore. Thank you for telling me I'm pretty. I don't feel very pretty right now. I've been ranting about a bunch of really sad shit. So, unfortunately, thank you for your compliments. I really appreciate that. So, as always, hey, Believe, good to see you. Um, as always, I'm sending you guys so much love. And if nobody told you today, you're amazing. You're beautiful. I appreciate you. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. I love you. You got this. And take a breath. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a pat on the back. Like it's going to be okay. We're all doing our best. And We're all creating this new era. We're remembering all this stuff together collectively. And the more that we can share and um, talk about it and open up about it and keep the conversation going, as my friend likes to say, um, it's just the think piece. Open up your brain, open up your thought of perception a little bit, because you might find that everything you've been being taught up until now was all lies, and that you might actually learn something. So, anyways, guys, and hopefully you learn. Hopefully you learn over time the pattern recognition, like, right? Like, I just have to tell myself, like, maybe it's just different, right? Like, maybe I was really attracted to this person when I was really fucking traumatized, and maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not a child, like maybe I am, but it's different. Maybe now I need that person to actually return or to show or to present the same love, or that they're attracted back in order for me to reciprocate it ever again. Because I'm feeling, I'm, I feel love, but I feel a very strong off switch. And until I see or meet a real fucking man, I know a lot. I know a lot that I thought were pretty good men, but no, no. If somebody asks for help, if somebody asks for a place to stay because they have nowhere to stay, if somebody asks for water because they have no water to drink, or food, or a meal because they're fucking starving, and you have the capacity to give any of those, and you literally tell everyone to deny somebody that, you're a piece of shit. And I don't forgive any of you. Every fucking one of you owes me, if you ever want to be in my life or touch anything of me or mine again. That's where I'm at. So, anyways, including my family. Oh, yeah, I forgot to send the message back. They wanted to talk. So now it's like this: if they want to talk, they actually have to pay the same price as someone would for a session in order to fucking schedule an appointment, because my time is fucking valuable. Isn't that cute? It's a really great way. It's a really great way to move through it. It's just like, yeah, if your work and everything else is more important than a human being's life, fuck y'all. What goes around, comes all the way back around. And I happen to know I've given and given and given and given and given and given and given. And if this is what I'm getting to come back around, y'all better fucking learn to grab your ankles and kiss your ass goodbye, because motherfuckers probably couldn't even exist where I'm at right now. And if this is what goes around comes around from a fucking righteous light being, I really hate to see what you guys are going to be getting. Get your prison purses ready, bitches. Karmic crash out. So, anyways, at least that can bring me a little bit of joy, right? Is what goes around comes around. Retribution, revolution, matriarchy, meow. As always, guys, ciao for meow. Like, comment, share, subscribe, help your girl out. Any energetic exchange would be amazing. Not necessary, but liking and commenting and sharing or subscribing is all free. And if you want to donate to my PayPal, that helps me to eat and to pay my power to be able to bring you guys messages. I love you guys. As always, ciao for meow.